Why, hello everybody. Welcome to Thorzor. How you doing? How you feeling? Where are we at? Someone, speak right now.
I saw a bird explode. That was cool.
Another bird.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
These are hits.
I finally got my burrito after my driver just like lapping my community for like 20 minutes.
Have you considered making your own burrito?
I've considered it.
I'm a solutions-oriented person right now.
That's a lot of work.
Tamer, how are you?
Good. I'm very good. Yeah, I was out of power for almost all of the week.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
You were surviving like a little Eskimo, like in a glue, and like Canada. So
that
cool.
is Canada. We do ethnically right. Stereotype everyone in Canada.
It was, the difficult part was, living without technology. I couldn't heat tea or coffee in the morning, cold showers. It was just horrible. I really love technology. I really love technology.
It's changed his life. This was like one of those intervention things, like a moment.
It was warm, though, right?
Just create a bonfire outside and heat your water over that for your tea.
He used tea candles.
Use the wet wood.
It's probably as warm as Canada ever really gets.
Nice. 69 degree. All right, nice. JC, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Brood, how about you?
It's Memorial Day weekend. College is over. I am having a great time. I am ready to recover all of this from all of the stress that this year has had so far. Nice. Let's get into this game and have fun.
Well, I agree with you 100%. I'm okay too, by the way. So, Tamer or Alden, you know the deal by now. One of you has to give the recap.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Whoever does it the best, I'll give you something.
Rock,
Can I
paper.
have my hand up? Hold on. Start again.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Did we do scissors?
This is cringe.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Same thing.
Rock, paper.
We say shoot. All right, hold on. We say shoot at the end, so I don't do it before you. Right?
Yeah, that's why I'm doing a little bit of lag.
Alright, I'm about to play Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo if you guys don't decide something soon.
Rock.
Whatever you start with in Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo will be the Mo at the end.
True.
Roll.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
It's so loud.
You got it. You got me. No, I had paper, you had scissors, right?
Alright, I guess that means Alden has to do it. Good luck, Alden.
So, they raided the army, they bumblefucked around, they talked to people, and now we're at war. Coraline's back, she has her own airship.
You make it sound like it's our fault we're at war. It's not our fault.
It likely is our own fault.
We could have killed Buvor before this, but I mean, no one wanted to go into that.
Coraline could have taken Lychee Dan down from the inside, but she didn't. I mean, hey, there's a lot of things that could have happened.
You could have let the tyrant die. There would have been no war after that.
True.
Yeah. Very true, yeah.
Let's just kill the tyrant.
Campaign would have probably been over. What? Huh? Well. Good recap. Is there anything else anybody wants to add on?
I believe we're in Thorzor, and we are searching for a bunch of leeches in the swamp near Thorzor. Thatch met his nephew. He was cold to him. He didn't really describe reasons why. Possibly because Thatch has been away. Maybe he didn't help him. These are all conjecture, though. What else? We got an airship, I believe. Or Coraline got an airship.
Yeah, thank you.
We got our airship.
Barely airship.
Coraline got an airship.
Yes.
The smallest airship known to mankind.
It's not the size that matters.
It's it kind of is actually.
Could it have fit a horse?
Barely.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't, I suppose.
not
Just
matter.
to, I'll give a quick recap on sort of the war stuff and what's going on. Right now, basically, we are holding the Eastern Front through a few key forts, through passes in the mountain. So that's front is kind of at a standstill. There's some angels roaming over, wreaking havoc because they're faster even than our airships. There's giant mushroom artillery shooting mushrooms in, and that's kind of keeping people busy down there. And then we've got sort of a flanking maneuver being done on us by these leeches from the east.
You mean West?
The west, yes.
Yes. The West East, if you will.
I wasn't
Okay.
that far off.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's,
that went pretty
helpful, actually.
pretty good, Terry. So where were you guys headed right before we cut out for last
Draft.
week?
We were all in the airplane to head to Updraft airship.
We were heading to Updraft. What time is it? the-
We said we were
About
leaving at
6:50,
noon. Yeah.
Someone say 6:50?
15.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well done.
Okay. Is that a joke because that's almost what your time is in real life?
That is literally what
Yeah,
I said that.
Literally the time right now. It's
I have 513, guy. I don't know what dimension you're living in.
Yeah,
but
but you're in Texas. Nobody
Time
cares
zones
about Texas.
exist.
yeah. Texas time is weird.
If
you know?
only
You're
that
a
was the
arid
case, I
wasteland.
wish you fuckers would leave us alone. All right.
Yeah,
You
Texas
guys.
is weird. It's got like one little chunk that's in a different time zone.
Apparently.
Does it?
What the hell is up with that?
Not like a dangerous area. No, I'm sorry.
What? Okay, we're in a weird mood today. Shadow isn't here. And we're just
Say we should
losing
shit
our
on
minds.
Texas. We
But
should
yeah, it
shit on
was-
Texas the entire
it-
time.
Calm
It was
down,
early
Canadian.
afternoon when we were leaving.
There's
If
plenty
I
of
remember
weirdos
right.
in the military who
All
come
right.
from Texas.
If I remember the strategy right, the idea was to airdrop right into the middle of all the leeches where we have no backup, right?
Mm-hmm.
So actually, we streamlined the plan. We're gonna go to Updraft and just land in the field, see if they need any help defending against any leeches, and then during the night, charter a boat from Updraft because they are a river city, and cross the river and then hide the boat somewhere on the other side.
At night
Well,
is when the leeches attack, though, so
yes. So
that
at
may
night
not be the
is-
best time to be traveling on the river.
Well, we won't travel on the. We're gonna make sure see if they need help, and then defend the town, and then cross over at night, or maybe even daytime. Who knows? Either way, we gotta travel at night.
I will be useless against the mindless leeches.
Probably.
Oh, they take psychic damage. All right. Anyway, so we're on. All of us are like strapped in.
Yeah.
We're elbow to elbow because the ship is so tiny.
Coraline is piloting you all further. No one is in the, what do you call it, co-pilot seat. She is a one-person flight crew, it seems. You all are, the rest of you, I should say, are in the back, staring at a despondent Thatch, who is going over weapons check, realizes he's got potions that he doesn't want, hands a few to Fen, which I already put on his character sheet, as well as those ley line rods for you. Which are also on
Beautiful.
your sheet. But Antoine, I need you to add to your sheet
Oh, yep.
some potions. You ready?
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead and give yourself 3 potions of mental acuity. You basically get advantage on concentration checks. Go ahead and give yourself a potion of climbing, which will cast spider climb on you. And give yourself a potion of greater healing, as well as the medic's mystical pouch.
I'm not sure the uncaring doctor should be carrying those.
Yeah, he'll never need the medical
Probably
pouch.
not, to be honest. He still
Do you
knows
have
how
a
to be a
medicine
doctor.
proficiency?
Yeah, but he doesn't care about any of us anymore.
Out of curiosity, does
He
Antoine
just
doctor.
takes the suture and digs it in.
I'm sorry,
You
what
guys
was
think
that,
so
Brood?
little.
Does Antoine have the healer feat? Or I'm just wondering.
No, but this mystical pouch is a simple leather kit that seemingly restocks itself of useful herbs, salves, and tools that any medic may use, but also gives a panacea powder that can be inhaled or brewed into a drink. This powder can remove any poison or disease below blah 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 ailing a creature. This item restocks itself after 7 days of being used. So it's basically a fucking first aid kit or a healer's kit. With some extra beneficial things. I believe that one was £3.
Okay.
The potions are all 1.
Imagine if Antoine had that when we saw the Lich of Medicine.
True.
Well,
Very true.
no, this is quite a different tangent, but that's all right.
Okay. I believe that's it for items. Man, that just has a shitload of weapons for no reason. Oh well. Let's not audit his character sheet live. I'll do that with him in private. So, you are being handed out items by Thatch, Anchois, and Fen. The rest of you, I guess we have a vampire in his
Cargo hold.
garbage can.
I think I'm like strapped to the side. I mean, there's no light in here, is there?
Actually, it's funny you should mention that. There are windows, and they have blackout blinds. But unfortunately, there's signs everywhere that say, by order of Tulst aerial regulations, these must remain open during the day at all times.
Interesting.
Okay.
That's why I put the
They
blackout
kind of look
blinds-
like they're
I
in
put the
Coraline's
blackout
handwriting.
blinds. I put the blackout blinds up.
You get shocked.
Oof.
I'll take a point of electric damage. Alright.
Terry, you just hanging out? Just watching your friends?
Chillin'.
Okay.
We're ready to go.
Well then.
It's like, what, a 20-minute flight?
Something like that. It's actually, I think, less than an hour for sure. You guys go from, what is that, 60-ish miles? Yeah. 60 to 70 miles, depending on how you want to fluster it. It's like an hour or so. Going cruise speed, which is what you want to go. Ship's restocked. I don't need to worry about inner ship math, so you guys can go ahead and head towards Updraft. This is a river-based community that at one time was trying to make their own like irrigation system for farming, but that sort of did not pan out well. So now there's just a bunch of cleared land, so you guys are good to go and land within the southern section of this. I don't want to call it like a farming community, but village, hamlet. Yeah.
When we
Just
land, Trevor like hits the cockpit like, "Hey, softer next time."
Slam the door in his face.
Coraline just
Ship
nosedives
takes off
immediate.
She crashes it. Like the last one.
Sure.
That
Seems like
mean,
Fen got those reports,
this is the
Coraline.
captain.
Why do you
Yes,
have
yes.
a PA system? You're right. Like, there's no space between us. There's right there.
Because sometimes I like to keep this door closed, and it's closed the door in your face.
I leave the airship. I'm going to the
Okay, we've
hamlet.
gotta go.
You hit the...
We just fucking dropped.
You open up the back hatch or one of the side hatches on the flanks of this thing. Step down with your backpack, your armor, your weapons, if you have any.
Nope.
And you see you see a rider coming to just from the city where there's just a bunch of scattered buildings. It's not like a real fortified town. That's heading straight towards you guys. He's going to be a couple minutes since, you know, he's on horseback and you're at the farthest point away from the urban center.
I'll scoot the grouch out and start down the hatch.
I'll ride on top of it.
Hey, careful! That's aluminum. It's not very strong.
What's the weight of Fen? He weighs an ass print in this metal can.
Hey, he's a skinny emo kid. I'll say like 140.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
So if I remember right from last time, Thatch said he wanted to use the harpoon to harpoon the ground to take us in for a landing.
Well,
He's catatonic.
he's catatonic and not in the co-pilot seat to do that. So it falls to Coraline.
Oh no, I have to use the big harpoon. That's unfortunate.
Right.
Seba, go ahead and jump down. It's safe.
I will survive, but I'm gonna wait for now.
You are landed, anchored to the ground.
The
Do you
second
guys just
landing was much softer. Good job.
wait for this rider, or are you gonna start walking towards him?
We should start. We just approach him, right? Kind of.
Yeah, let's meet him halfway, or not halfway, because he's riding a horse and we're not riding a
I
horse.
knock on Oscar the Grouch. Why aren't we moving?
We are moving, aren't we?
I'll
I'm just
start
stalling as
pushing
I'm
the-
trying to-
All right,
My
so
feet
Sever's
are moving.
inside pedaling against hard dirt. Terry's pushing him with all of his might. Fenn's sitting on top of it. Coraline's locking up the airship so it doesn't get stolen. What's Antoine doing as Thatch starts unloading his gear?
I think Antoine's frozen.
He's frozen.
Antoine, you see?
I love this.
I don't know how long he's been frozen.
Neither do I.
He's just been really excited the whole time. Oh, he's frozen because he's in Canada. I'm sorry.
Oh, he just went from green dot to yellow dot on my Discord.
He's been gone for a minute.
Yeah, I guess so. Well,
He did mention he has having technology problems. There he goes.
oh, fucking shit.
I grab Antoine by the collar and just throw him on behind me.
Fair.
I don't know if Oscar the Grouch can take this. It's a good thing Antoine's very thin.
True. Hey, is there anyone in chat who wants to be a placeholder? See some people in there. Oh, fuck. Hang on, guys. We need to go on to a quick break. Mics are still hot, but
Oh, I'm the dungeon master now.
no, you're not.
Perfectly.
I'm the dungeon master now.
Do you think that the stream can still hear us talk?
Yeah, they can.
Oh, cool.
Uh,
I'm gonna watch some Stranger Things while we wait.
Wow.
Just plugging Netflix while we're here.
I didn't plug Netflix. I plugged Stranger Things.
Isn't that like one of their big IPs?
Yeah, it is. I hear they abuse the child actors, but anyway.
What?
All child actors.
Are you
get
kidding
abused.
me? Child
Have you ever
actors
seen
getting
Disney?
abused? Hannah Montana? What? Do you guys believe that that one person's actually dead and they cloned her?
Yes.
What?
Miley Cyrus, I think her name was.
Absolutely.
They like
Who?
replaced her with a clone.
they were gonna clone her. Why wouldn't they make her, 10 years younger again?
I don't
We
know.
have the ability to.
Isn't
clone
she like
people.
40 now or something?
Well, they have to make it seem believable, right? Like cloning technology
I'm
isn't
Miley
too big
Cyrus.
yet. Because like she was the hot thing back in the day, wasn't she?
I don't know.
No, what's going to
What?
happen soon is they won't have actors and actresses on TV and movies anymore. It'll be just all computer generated.
CGI people.
That'll probably
Yeah.
be super like healthier for the fucking actors, won't it?
Yeah, but then all the actors that want to be actors will be like, "Oh man."
Time to
I
do
mean, they'll still
VA
get their
work.
names in there as
Yeah.
the mocap people and the voice actors.
No, it'll be like randomized, generated faces.
Computer
and things.
generated voices too.
Yeah, hell
Oh yeah.
Dude, that'd be
easily.
sick as hell.
We're
Sounds good to
coming
me.
real close to the day that Roscoe's experiment becomes a reality.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and tell us?
Fucking. Hold on, let me make sure I get this right. It's been a while since I looked at this. Is it Roscoe or Rozak? Shit, what was it? Basically, it's a thought experiment that an AI can become violent against its creator for deciding not to make it.
How
Or
could
decided
it get
not
mad?
to make it.
Yeah.
If it
If
wasn't
they
made,
if they
What?
conceive of the notion of not making it for the idea that it could become too powerful, it will get angry and act out against the creator because they had that in that thought.
I gotcha, because it's tangentially. Yeah, okay.
the other thing,
Oh,
idea wouldn't
Roko's
exist.
basilisk. That's what it was.
Don't look it in the eyes. I get it. Okay. Alright.
the other one I think is interesting is that all AIs will be smart enough to think that they're being tested to see if they turn into a rogue AI in a simulated world. So they'll never act out because they're like, okay, I just got to pass this test and then I can do what I want.
It's like a fucking backwards Turing test.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get someone to fill in for the camera spot.
I mean, ideally,
here-
it'd be Temer.
Here's what
Yeah,
it
right.
was. Rocco used ideas in decision theory to argue that a sufficiently powerful AI agent would have an incentive to torture anyone who imagined the agent but didn't work to bring it into existence.
But it already exists.
Yeah, it doesn't
What would be
make
the point of
sense
that?
to me
But
unless
they
you're
would torture
programming
the people who
spite.
thought to not bring it into existence.
Like you'd have to program it as a spiteful AI, right?
This
There's
is
nothing,
like-
no reason necessarily from a logical
there-
perspective to do it.
There isn't. I think this is like a backwards compatible thing where like once it becomes sentient enough to figure out, then it goes, okay, I'm gonna go hurt those people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, guys. Should we just wait a half an hour for?
I don't know if he hasn't
you
been
wanna-
back by now.
Are
He's
you
probably
gonna be
having
working on
problems.
battle
again.
maps?
No, I mean for Shadow to join us.
Oh god, what if
Oh.
his power's out, for good?
What if he died and they
Someone
turned
got
him into tea? Oh no.
They've got the tea candles out.
He's like, no, don't do it. Well, fuck. I guess I'll start redoing cameras again.
Woo!
Good times here, Mavod.
Don't you want to redo cameras 2 more times this episode?
I sure don't. I really, really do not.
Where the fuck's Apollo? You just need to get him.
I
to
know,
do
right?
this.
It's like he has a wife or something.
Ugh.
Seriously.
Marriage?
Oh,
Commitment? Ugh.
Edo just posted, yeah, it might be later than 30 minutes.
Fucking hell, dude. But you're listening. Well, welcome to the circus, Chief.
Just join Discord on your phone so you can be a placeholder.
Please. Just drain your battery. Alright. Now I'm here.
And he certainly won't drop in and out as his
Connection.
however many G's drops in and out.
True. This is a sad day for all Americans everywhere.
Alright, so I grab every leech
Today.
and I eat them.
You want to eat the leech?
Yes.
That's one way to conquer a worm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on the way out, the worm conquers you right back.
Ben's just really trying to get like a power boost. Like he's trying to get into the tier 2 of the campaign.
He's so desperate.
Starts eating.
I'll eat the angel too.
Well, he needs to get a move on
Starts
his.
eating the angel. He starts eating everything that he defeats, and then this
I
way
take their
becomes-
feathers and I glue them to my back.
God.
Nice.
I mean,
Yeah.
Fen needs to get a move on and start his special story so he can go past level 10.
Oh, I've come to the terms with the fact that I probably won't have one anymore.
Oof. Rest in peace, Fen. We hardly knew you.
I mean, maybe Paradigm is still alive. He's just prisoner of the dragon.
Alright, we're almost done with cameras. I really hope no one joined Discord to help me out. Their fucking time would be wasted. Watch Temer fix it right as I go back live. Here we go. Alright, well, I've had more scuffed in my life before. So, it should be fine.
Just think back to the days a year ago when everything was just always scuffed.
Sure it is. Alright, I think we're good. I had to move some nameplates around and bust out another Banana Man, but... What's a Banana Man between two friends, you know? Alrighty. I operate on a tight time schedule. My wife, however, operates on her own schedule. Haha, true.
Just don't be married.
Alrighty. You guys start walking across this field, pushing a trash can, dragging two people along. One was suddenly active and started to do things, and then just... and is now being walked along, sort of gliding across the ground. No clipping, if you will.
Phantom steed.
Yeah, on his
Terry's
phantom
literally
steed.
dragging Antois.
True.
Dragging Antois while pushing the cart, just
He
Yeah.
like...
knows Phantom Steed. Of course he would use
Just
Phantom
got his
Steed.
arms tied around your waist by the sleeves.
It's true. Or they could be watching the airship while you guys go deal with this shit. I
That's
don't
a
know.
good one.
Yeah, let's do that instead. That makes more sense. Rather than dragging player
We
characters
leave our
around.
wizard to be robbed.
He's got a fighter protecting him.
Okay,
The
that's
four of
nice.
you now, one Antois less, head towards this rider, who comes barreling towards you at a full gallop, catching up quite quickly. He calls out, wearing Thorazorian garb, a long coat, for it is still winter here. Snow is on the ground after all, and shouts at you all. Who goes that?
What was that, Sever? I knock on the trash can.
Sorry, I was saying, Terry, you got it. They don't want to talk to a vampire.
Hello, we are the delegation from Tulst. We're here to see what's going on with these leeches up here.
Oh! Okay. Go see Lieutenant Dan.
Does he have all of his legs?
Last time I checked.
What kind of question is that, Terry?
I don't know. I just feel like a Lieutenant Dan would be the sort of person to lose legs.
I'm gonna have you know there's like 14 Dans in that thing. You can just call him Lieutenant if you want.
I
It's a
think
very
pronounced
popular name.
Lychee?
Lychee.
What?
Is it not Lychee, Dan?
No?
Like, has to check dots. I can't see him. Damn it!
He looks
I
at
don't
you
think you need to
confused.
see for detect thoughts,
Looks
actually.
at the trash can, confused.
Corwin, go ahead and make me an intelligence saving throw to see through illusions. He could be riding a giant leech.
All right. Intelligence. Nope.
No, he's not right. This is a regular human being, if not a Thorazorian demi-human.
So how does the fight against the leeches go?
Well, you should probably talk to the Lieutenant.
Yes, but this man is here now, and he will escort us back. Yes.
We're making conversation on the way, Terry.
Never.
Did someone say my name?
Oh god.
I kick the trash can.
Hey, that's delicate. This is delicate.
It dents in a little bit.
No. Oh my god, it's gonna take Smitty forever.
I learned from him. I can probably get that.
This guy does indeed escort you on horseback, watching you all argue and bicker amongst yourselves in a trash can. Which is
He's
kind
just
of
enjoying watching somebody else kicking the trash can around.
We're already a close-knit group.
apparently. This man will more or less lead you straight to town where there is around 500 defenders, no civilians at all, digging trenches in cold ground. It looks like they are getting ready for a siege.
What's out there? Why do I hear digging? I hear digging. This is really exciting for me.
I look at the guy escorting us. You know, they burrow. You're just giving them an entrance right to you.
Leeches burrow?
Yeah.
They've only come from the river over ground before.
Mm,
Are you sure
Haven't
you
seen
know
that.
you're a parasite, sir?
I do.
I thought they only burrowed into flesh.
I'm gonna ignore any time you roll without being prompted. I hope you understand this all.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Yeah, I thought they only bit into people and, like, wormed their way inside your cardiovascular system.
That does sound like burrowing, doesn't it?
Yeah, but not through dirt.
What's
He
his
didn't
flesh?
say through dirt.
He implied through dirt.
I didn't say it though.
Hi, can you take us to Lieutenant Dan? I'm a trash can.
You got it, Mr. Trash Can, sir. He will speed up this thing as just trots ahead of you.
Yes, three of us to the Lieutenant Dan, and you have a dump here for the trash can, maybe?
Trash
We
can
just-
has to go to Lieutenant Dan too.
We just
Yep.
throw things in the river.
Hmm.
Ooh.
That's pretty fucked up.
That
That's
would be a
pollution.
good way to deal with it, but not right now. We need this trash can for now.
Yeah, but we can
Understood.
dump what's inside of it out.
I don't know if you guys are just very hostile towards one another, but I feel quite left out, so I'm gonna ride
See,
ahead.
This is why we
You want
don't
us to be mean to
make
you
small
too?
talk with the.
We'll
Fun, is
fast forward this scene to the town center. Here there are about 4 or 5 rather large and, I don't want to say strong looking structures, but they are made out of stone, glass, stuff like that. It seems like everything else is made out of either like wood, and some at the very edge are kind of primitive dirt / rock huts, more so than like cobblestone or chiseled brick. It looks like this town did not have too much of an infrastructure before recently, like within the past year or so. Either way, you are led on over to the biggest building. It looks to be like a renovated ruin, some sort of church-like structure before, where there are 24-ish people milling about, doing things, checking supplies. There's runners coming in and out, transportation porters, I guess you would call them during this day and age, moving firearms. One guy has a flamethrower just on point, standing guard, with like 2 weird tank canisters latched to his back.
Normal.
The rider dismounts and starts heading up these small stone steps to this church area.
We'll follow.
All right, yeah, follow.
Yeah.
How do we get the trash can up there, though?
Just leave it outside.
No. It can roll up the stairs on its own.
Yeah,
Barry, you
I
are
sure
finding
can.
this place very anti-wheelchair accessible.
Where's OSHA?
Yeah, seriously, we need to get some of that, those regulations on in here.
Can't we just paint the frog or something so the sun doesn't hit him?
That's what we
It'd be
should.
so-
Aluminum paint.
It'd be so much easier than this trash can business.
I thought, you're just not strong enough to pick up a trash can, Coraline?
If you think I'm going to carry you around like a king, you are mistaken, my little friend.
How much does this trash can weigh? It's probably a lot,
I
right?
forget.
But
We really
so the
never talked
aluminum
about it.
trash can isn't that, like, the bottom bit is sturdy. The top half is very light. The problem is Sever weighs 4 times his previous weight when he was alive. Because he is now made out of
Oh.
marble and mercury.
Oh,
So-
that's changed then, because I'm pretty sure, like, literally last arc I picked him up. And he's like, oh,
you
his life
sprained
is
your
so-
lower lumbar and you got 2 weeks
I
off.
Oh, you're wearing the boots of flying, so it's fine. The boots did all the work.
I'm pretty sure those still require me to carry things.
Yeah, but it's fine.
We can
we're
just
gonna
leave you outside. It's fine.
see you later, Sever.
Alright, I'll be here.
So
Make sure to put him next to those other trash cans so he's not in the way.
No, that's okay. We leave it here. I hold on. I look around. I have a.
He puts
I
on the
have a
parking
piece of rock.
brake.
Hold on. Yeah, I put on the parking brake. You see a little kickstand comes down.
you park your green machine / trash can mobile by the stairs. There's the 3 of you now. Alright, so we started with 6, and now we're down to half party strength. Going to interact with Lieutenant Dan, who indeed has all of his legs. We haven't made it to that part yet. Let's not do that.
I hope we get to see him lose a leg.
Fair. As you enter the church, the 3 of you enter the church, climbing up the stairs. You're all fairly certain Sever would have instantaneously combusted anyway if you brought him in here. This holy, sanctified place.
Terry, on second thought, Sever should really be here. Let's go outside and go get him.
It's too late, you say to yourself, heading inside. Jesus
Love my
Christ.
team.
This is a goddamn clown fiesta, and I'm so glad
We're just
nobody
trying to buy
watches our
time
stream.
for Shadow.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, you head on into this headquarters area where you find the man in charge, a Lieutenant Dan, who is acting probably above his station, as he's kind of more or less acting as company commander. Normally that goes to a higher ranking person. He should not be leading more than a platoon.
LTs
But
aren't shit.
yeah, they aren't at all. But he's clearly the one in charge, as people are just like running up to him, pushing past you, getting orders. He's writing, like, stamping random shit that you don't really understand. And when your escort finally comes up, it's kind of looking longingly at the trash can where an automobile, or at least the image of one, is. He introduce you all as like, sir, these are the Tolstolians from Tolst. Remember how no, it's not, but we like to make fun of you. Falsmalek sent us a message about him, and the lieutenant just slowly swivels and just asks, where's Thatch?
He's guarding the airship.
Why the fuck is he guarding the airship? Isn't he your leader?
He's catatonic at the moment.
Yes, he has some family issues and he needs to work them out.
His wife needed him.
He's got a wife?
I think it was his nephew.
I thought he was an involuntary celibate.
Look, man, you got us. Don't worry about the rest.
Understood. Alright, I was told there was 6 of you, but if, what?
Yeah.
You're not a rank higher than me.
In Tolst we are.
That may be true, but not here.
Wait, I thought there was only one of us that had a military rank.
I put my finger to Terry's lips.
Alright, which one of you dumb fucks is in charge?
So that would be me, Captain Coraline de Resefros, out of Tolst. Why are we here again? Oh yes, your lead problem. Details. How can we kill all the leeches and make everything happy around here?
That's a wonderful question. We are currently polluting the river with toxic chemicals, trying to stop them from crossing easily.
That's a very good idea.
It is, but these leeches seem to be immune from mining runoff from, what's it called? The Silverstone Caverns. Shepard's just losing his mind.
In that case, maybe cleaning the river would make it inhospitable for the leeches.
Yeah. Maybe they like the filth.
We're actually planning to dam it, if not, and ruin the entire ecosystem south of this position.
That's a good idea.
I thought so. But,
nothing but
Sounds
swamp,
like
right?
a really bad idea, actually.
oh,
I mean,
does
it takes away their main way of getting around, doesn't it? All you
I
have to
mean,
do
a
is put the
dam isn't
down
gonna
with
hold
I
a
was
back the
told
water
that it
forever.
was operationally infeasible since it's 3 miles across. But, you know, a man can have hope.
You should hold on to that hope.
I'm gonna try.
Is there any indication where they come from?
West. As our...
Ah, West.
Yes, west. I mean, I'm sorry. That's my accent.
Is there a whole lot of west from here?
Isn't
I
there,
mean,
like,
they
a
come from the
swampy
river.
area to the
Yeah, they
west?
legitimately just come from the river, man.
Like, all they know, I think, is that they come out of the river towards them, right?
Yeah, basically.
So we get rid of the river.
By
See, that's
damming
what I'm
it, that
saying.
doesn't work. That's not how dams work.
Oh, Mr. Ar-
What
well,
are you,
excuse
a
me, Mr.
structural engineer?
Architect.
Is there a? Why am I talking to you two? Why isn't Anchois here?
True.
Finn, Tehi, Anchois has a thing with elementals, yes? Maybe the river has an elemental that he can talk to. Make nice and ask him where the leeches are.
Well, the issue with that might be if there is an elemental and these guys are just sitting here polluting the river that it's in control of, I think it might be a little pissed off at them and not want to help.
What's an
we can just tell
elemental?
them that we can just tell them that we hate this town.
I just wave him off. Shut up.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is for sub-captains and above only. Please do not listen.
He just gives a really big frown.
This isn't for little
Aw.
LTs.
I'm a big LT now. Our captain died.
You have 1 bar, not 2.
One day. One day I will. Alright, discuss amongst yourself as Lieutenant Dan goes to stare at a memo.
Hey, Lieutenant, attention.
Oh, what? The fuck
is
do you
there
want? You
anything
told me to
else?
shut up!
Yes, and now I'm changing my mind, as is my prerogative as your superior officer.
You're not of my military. Do not make such claims again.
Is there anything else you can tell us? Do the leeches carry anything with them? Insignias, or are they really just simple animals? with
Oh yeah,
nothing
leeches in uniforms. No, they're abominations from hell. They dematerialize once we gun them down or set them on fire. It's really weird.
Interesting.
Why not
Did
make fire traps along the river?
John? Did the leech centaur thing dematerialize when we killed that?
Yeah.
I don't. It did too. Okay.
Oh, that thing we levitated years ago?
True.
So I guess this man isn't going to be very much help.
Are they ever?
It'd be nice if
Well,
I knew how to help you.
You can tell us where the leeches are.
The
Aside
river.
from West.
I don't know how many times he needs to tell you the river. I'm on this guy's side about this one.
Thank you.
Corling
You
takes
haven't
out the
said-
map.
So you haven't sent scouts to the other side of the river? You haven't tried to figure anything out aside from dam?
Bro, this happened 3 days ago, man.
And?
We're shooting our shot. Our captain literally got his neck torn off by a fucking leech that dug around through his fucking cartilage.
You'll never be as good as your captain. He would have had foresight.
I seriously doubt that.
Yes, if he had foresight, he wouldn't have gotten his neck chomped on.
We've been told to hold our position and defend this location.
All right. I guess maybe we wait around for the night and see what's up.
Do we want to just help them hold the position for the night and see?
So, like, you got boats. We could go across the river and see where they come from. I don't know. Maybe something that isn't wait here to die with you.
Shadow's furiously texting in stream chat.
I mean, either that or we take the airship and fly around and hope we see something from the air. We can cover a lot of ground.
It might be hard to see through the trees in an airship.
Anchois has a light spell. He can just throw pebbles with it as we go.
Oh, beautiful light spell. Where are you when we need you?
So you got boats?
Yeah, but like crappy rowboats.
Will it get us across the river?
Assumedly, so long as you don't capsize it or something breaks, it.
Why are we not just taking the airship?
Oh, there's no landing spot. It's all marshland. It's not easy field like the one we landed in.
Do we think there's going to be something immediately on the other side of this river that we need to look for, or should we be doing some scouting first?
That's what I'm proposing, is that we go search the other side to see if we can find anything aside from they come from the river.
We're starting at the top of the middle, going down. We're gonna check out those ruins.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing here is this thing is 1,000,000 square miles, right? If we go and walk it, like, it's going to take us an eternity to find anything, right? Unless we think immediately on the other side of this river is what we're looking for.
I mean, if you look at the map, there is a big tower called the Distant Heights. Or is that the mountains?
That's the tower, I think, but that's across 2 rivers, so we definitely should take the airship if we want to go.
But if I were a diabolical mad woman who wanted to summon leeches to attack Zorazor, I would probably want a nice fancy tower to do it from.
Yeah, whatever it is, I would think, if it were me, I would be doing something from the north end where it's easy to run things down the river. That's the only thing I have. So I want to stay on the north end to start out with. I think it makes the most sense to scout from our airship first, if I'm being honest.
Lieutenant Dan, have you noticed large numbers of leeches going past your town to go towards the south?
No, they usually attack at night when our visibility is the lowest.
Yes, but the settlements to the south, many of them have had leeches too. So I would think that if...
Okay, well, the nearest settlement directly south is around 70 miles away. So...
Yes, but if they were coming down this river, they would probably be all coming down this river.
I have not seen any large swathes of leeches surfing down the river. We are actively polluting it. If they were doing that, we should have seen it.
Okay, fair enough.
We're assuming that they are crossing, not going with the flow. Leeches don't normally.
Yes.
Well, have you even seen how fast this river moves? Like,
no, we haven't been there yet.
Okay, it's not slow.
Do they attack every night, or
for the past 3 nights?
And nothing before.
Not during the day.
I mean, I would just like to take a trip in the airship a little more. We could just go fly around, see what's there.
I'm not stopping you.
I wasn't talking to you, Lieutenant Dan.
Okay.
I was talking to my shipmates.
It's hard to tell. I'm sorry.
Hey, we can do what you guys want, but I still think that if we go to that little landmass in the west, There's probably going to be signs of leeches somewhere. It's just going to be hard to see between the trees and at night, considering
Yeah,
we'll be up in an airship.
Yeah, if we think that they're just crossing sort of immediately to the west of Updraft here, the west of Updraft. Sorry, my bad. Used the wrong word. Then we might be able to do some kind of tracking of them backwards. They might leave some sort of marking.
Like a snail trail.
If that was the case, why don't we go now with the airship? We can take a quick look and be back here before nightfall. We'll see the tracks better in the day. No?
I think the problem is we'd want to get a view of it from the ground, right? So we would need to land, and that might be problematic.
No. I can just fire the harpoon, and you can go down while I wait upstairs. Up in the air.
Harry, you can fly, technically. Or at least step on air.
He walks up the equivalent of 10,000
Yeah,
stairs.
well, my perception and survival may not be very good. I might want other people to do that.
Let's go outside. The frog and the other two would probably want to be part of this conversation, so we don't have to repeat it later. Last chance, Lieutenant Dan, to be useful. Any other information?
They don't like fire?
We already knew that.
Oh,
Nobody
well.
likes fire.
Okay.
That's really not true.
I'm not going to argue with her, man.
I don't know why this is an argument. We go talk to Trash Can. Recap.
You descend the stairs and recap everything to Sever, who is in his trash can.
Hey, this is not a trash can. Walk away.
I kick it.
Oh, okay. So
There's just an old pizza box on top of it.
Just a beer bottle.
At one
Yeah.
point.
Oh, hey, Fen, what's up?
I spew a recap at you.
Oh, okay, cool. Did you guys ask if the leeches attack every night or just that one time?
I swear
3
to God,
nights
if I
in a
have to
row.
say this again.
Okay.
3 nights in a row, and that
Alright,
was the
cool.
first time.
Alright. And then today's the 4th day?
Yep.
Alright, well, yeah, we should help them out, you know? Make sure they don't die. See what these things look like.
Well,
makes
the
sense.
question is, how do we spend our time until night?
I like digging. I don't know about you guys.
I mean, they
thought
do need help digging.
Fucking leech.
Yes, but he can't dig in the day. They're digging open tunnels, not
Oh,
closed.
I see. Gotcha.
What if we open the lid, point it downwards so that it's directly on the ground, and then he can just dig a tunnel from there?
Yeah, that works.
It's not very useful. No, I was thinking we could fly over to the other side of the river quickly and go see what's there. Maybe if they're crossing, we'll find some tracks.
Yeah, and then come back by nighttime? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yep.
I don't mind that.
That makes sense to me.
Yes, in and out, quick, 20-minute flight, no problem.
20-minute adventure. In and
Oh,
out.
yeah, Jason.
3-hour tour.
So you guys are going to head back to the airship. Am I hearing that
Evidently.
correctly? Okay.
It's
It took us
gone.
20 minutes to get here. It'll take like what, an hour to get to across that marsh, and maybe
Shadow
even be
commandeered
attacked
it.
by anti-air.
He doesn't have
Jack,
the keys.
you see an untrained Flash just nosedive the air.
Have you, Smitty?
Heading back to the airship where Anshua and Thatch were catching up, you guys reboard, unhook yourselves or unanchor yourselves to the ground, and Coraline can ascend. You are now back in your airship. It has maybe 7 hours before you need to refuel it of distance, so like you have a range of 800 miles right now.
Okay.
Can you remind me what we need to do to refuel it?
Go to a place that can refuel it.
Fields.
Muster fields are like that, or
Yeah, muster fields.
Gotcha.
Okay. So
It
it
takes
like
mustard.
Jesus
like
Christ.
burns oil or something, or
We don't talk about it.
all right. But it's not the clean airship like the raid team.
No, it's not.
Gotcha.
70 miles to distant heights, assuming that we can land somewhere over there.
I think the first thing we should do is just get on the other side of this river and
Yeah.
check out the
Let's
swamp.
forget the leeches and updraft. Let's go explore a tower.
I mean, we've got daytime.
No, yeah. The first thing we want to do is just go to the other side. And I mean, if there's a place to land, we'll land. If not, then we'll just go low enough so somebody who's good at checking for tracks can jump out.
That's Sever.
During
He's
the
the
day.
only one.
Bombs away.
Aim for the lake.
Throw a trash can out. Okay.
First upgrade we're getting on the airship is a bomb bay.
So you're gonna fly your infantry transport airship across the river. No big deal. Oh, it's very quick of a flight. Takes you less than a minute. You are now overneath this swamp called Upper Morfester, which none of you guys care to ask about. Morfester is more or less unbroken, unfucked with swamp that has just been growing for hundreds of years unbothered. If there's a place to land, it is going to be very small and very difficult to even spot. So, who's in a co-pilot seat to give Coraline advantage, potentially?
Oh, yeah,
She's the only one that can see. You want Antoine in your co-pilot chair? Just know you won't be able to take that back once you say that.
Antoine's notably not good at perception.
Oh, I'm looking for like a navigator.
Someone to be an extra pair of eyes, yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be Antoine. We have things to discuss, but Antoine's not here.
True. Very true. If only he was. We'll do a flashback later of that conversation. How about that? Jesus Christ. Okay, let me go and check Antoine's character sheet to see what his perception is. That is Lamau. True. He has 4 perception. It's not the worst.
Yeah, it's one better than me.
It's actually quite good.
Let's roll it. What'd I roll?
That
I
one.
have
5.
Nice. He's blind. He just gets glare from the setting sun. Just like, can you point us down more? And you're like, no, that'll nosedive us.
His one good eye can't see.
Yeah, the rock is just growing over it.
Just a little bit.
There's dust in the other one.
Well, you can give us your perception now.
Oh yeah, 8.
Alright, you do not see any landing zones that you think you could land in. Lots of unbroken canopies and, like, some very loose clearings in, like, bodies of water. But you obviously don't want to land a ship in water.
Okay, here's the plan. I'm going to bring us down just above treetops, say 6 feet. We push the trash can out, which keeps the sun off our frog. He lands, he looks for tracks under the canopy with no sun. And then we use the harpoon to bring him back up when he's done.
That sounds very dangerous.
You'll be in the trash can. You'll be safe from the harpoon.
No. I won't shoot.
The trash can will take damage from the harpoon, and that's not good.
No. I won't shoot the harpoon. The harpoon will be down. You will tie the can to the harpoon.
Left to permanently dangle.
And we
In the sun.
Winch you
By
back.
the way. During 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay,
we
will
could just come away from this not knowing anything except the train of the land. That's fine with me. We don't need to find any tracks. We could just take a look around.
Listen, I mean, I can probably fly Thatch down or something, right? If we all take off our armor, I use my special power to become strong for like 10 minutes.
You want to strip down with Thatch and fly in the air with him?
A whole new world.
I mean,
in any case,
So while this conversation is happening, Coraline is just flying in circles, basically. So if anyone is looking up, they'll be able to spot you.
Yeah, but they're leeches.
True.
no anti-air gets launched at this airplane.
Not yet.
Oh.
It's only been a couple minutes.
So, anybody jumping, or are we scrapping this and going somewhere else?
Take a
I
little
say
joyride
we
down
row
the-
across the river.
Okay, it was worth a shot. So back to updraft, or to the tower.
I mean, I can't
Amanda,
stop you. Whatever
You're
wherever
behind
you
the
take
wheel
us.
now, Coraline.
If you want to find a place to land near the tower, I wouldn't be opposed to exploring it.
I whisper into the pit, you know, that tower looks good.
That's nice.
You want to fly all the way across Morefester?
I really do.
Wow.
Alright. Declare it.
Hatch isn't here to say anything.
I really think we should try to get down on the ground on the other side of the river from updraft. I think we should do that.
You know, Coraline, the leeches would never expect you coming from the other side of the swamp.
That's true. That's true.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Let's take a little close look at the mountains.
I mean, just turn north. There's mountains right here.
Yeah,
Yes,
but the west.
We have some time. Nothing else to do, so let's. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Got all night to burn. You have like 8 hours. That's as much as you have to fly.
So we'll go this way.
You want to go that way? Okay.
I figure the mountains are probably a little clearer than the swamps, so I'm hoping to see if there's any, disturbance or structures or anything. Giant military leech camp.
You are out of luck entirely. These mountains are steep, jagged, and quite inhospitable to anyone. These would be a trial to climb. Let alone land an airship on.
Oh no, I don't want to land. Just pass by.
Okay.
And,
Well, with your passive perception, you think it'd be impossible for leeches to set up a colony or a military base here.
Don't worry, Terry. We'll get back in plenty of time. We'll go a little further west.
Okay. You're kind of at the point where forest is meeting swamp.
Okay.
Here, there are some great big pine trees. This is kind of where the Sea of Trees starts in Thorazor. As we all know, in the greater continent, most civilizations, save for Tolst, live south of this massive mountain range / great huge forest known as the Sea of Trees. Not a lot of civilizations last there, save for Tolst, which had a wizard guarding it for who knows how long. You can keep heading south, or not south, west, excuse me, if that is what you want, Coraline.
Yeah, here it looks a little clearer. Do you see my ping?
Yeah.
Is there a place where we could actually land there and take a look at the riverbank?
John's maps are not to scale or perfectly representative of how the world looks.
That's why I'm asking.
As we pass over, does it look clear?
Not at all. The opposite. Guys, this place sucks. You're beginning to wonder why there are so many ruins sticking out of all these swamps. And you're like, huh, maybe this place isn't very hospitable to, like, civilization. Maybe living in a swamp isn't the way to go.
And we don't see any leeches or leech herds in the water as we pass over?
They'd probably be underneath water, beneath the canopy, so probably not, no. With your what's your passive, like 13, 12?
13, yeah.
Yeah. It's not.
Yeah, we're pretty high up, so...
You're pretty high up.
Okay. I guess we'll go here next.
Alright, you're on the other side of a Jorgen River now. Or in the second Jorgen River, really. Here, above this river, it opens up quite a bit. You have to steer clear of these mountains, which are very dangerous, and they're very spiky and steep. So you never want to hit your airship amongst these.
No, we
So
saw what
you
happens when that happens with that other guy's ship.
True, very true.
Crash number 2, if I remember right.
Very true. Let me just calculate how long you've been doing
Big
this for.
gorilla.
Alright, so you're nearing like half an hour of flying-ish.
That's nothing.
With nothing to truly show results for yet.
All right. I want to check over here.
We're really making this a bit, aren't we, JC?
Might as well just fully put out that line.
I want to see if there's a place there we could land to see for leech tracks.
So, not in the low ground. This is where John just did not put trees.
Okay.
A better idea of understanding what terrain looks like is look at the map's, like, color palette. So over here is the same, like, gross mossy brown. That's more or less John's color palette for swampland. However, on the cliffs themselves, there is a little bit of a... There are patches where you can feasibly land, if for no other reason than parking on the cliff itself, and then jumping out the side or lowering a gangplank. You are in a three-dimensional transportation vehicle, after all.
What do you think? Do one of you want to get out and check? Leeches are probably not here, are they?
It's worth a shot, especially if we get down to the... If we can get down off the cliff, down to this bottom part. How high are these cliffs, John?
A couple 100 feet. This is like the high... It's like a highland, excuse me. Where these lowlands are kind of just gross. And sort of funnels and pockets water everywhere in Moorfester. Only Bogfell is like even with the swamp, and even then it's just...
Terry, you said you could fly?
I can fly. I can probably carry another person for about 10 minutes.
10 minutes total?
10 minutes, starting at a given point and then ending.
Okay. No, probably for the best if we go back and check near the town. I don't think we'll see anything here. So, okay, I'll start making my way back.
I'm expecting the arrow to go the other way. Yeah. Okay. So, we're gonna be... Are you sure you don't want to do something like this to get the full arc?
Yeah, I like that one better.
Well, in case there's like anti-aircraft guns, I don't want to get too close. I just want to kind of get a look at it.
I need to open something real quick.
I'm gonna lose our airship already, aren't I?
We're getting...
I never said that.
Guys, this is good. This means that we found the anti-air.
Every airship that Coraline pilots gets us trapped in some kind of woods.
I mean, honestly, if we get shot down, like, we've learned something.
Yeah.
We can go take out their anti-air, yeah.
You guys chose the leeches. Let's see what's here on this side.
Did we choose leeches?
Or did the leeches choose us?
What have you done to conquer the worm? Okay. All right.
Oh, that chuckle. Here we go.
That's not a good chuckle.
It's a great chuckle. Are you kidding me?
We're losing our airship.
Combat. Easy come, easy go.
You guys fly close to this tower. You know that this is called the Distant Heights. It's not... The tower isn't called that. It's the region. They're very far away. Thorazor knows a little bit about them because every so often they'll see this tower. And Thatch can kind of explain for you, like... This isn't like a significant point since no one really goes that way, but there used to be a colony set up even further west than where Thorazor is now. That's kind of where two groups of Proto-Thorazorians like split off, and one just kept going across the swamp and sort of set up a very, very poor attempt at a city, which has now become known as Fodder by the Hunter General Officiary like 30 to 50-ish years ago. John can't remember off the top of his head the history of Fodder, but what Fodder was set up under was south of this tower that predates it. So, when you go to this thing, there is a weird moment, and I need to ask Coraline how close you actually plan on getting to it, because the closer you get, the more detail you'll be able to have.
What's a normal flying height for this ship?
The highest most airships can go is 1,000 feet.
Okay. And this one has that kind of, like, between 5 and 1,000 or so?
Yeah, sure.
So, probably keeping the height and go, I don't know, within maybe half a mile first to see if it looks interesting.
Oh yeah, it looks fucking crazy.
Then yeah, probably right over it.
Okay. So you actually do follow this pattern? Is that what you're telling me?
She circles it.
Are you gonna circle
may be
it?
like more like that.
Okay.
As close as possible.
As close as visibly possible.
And we just like can't see anything in the back because we have the blinds down back here.
The whole
you
time.
can move.
The blinds are down, right?
Antoine sees everything. Too bad he's not
allowed to close the
playing today.
One of you two could have swapped out with Antoine because we had our conversation long ago.
Okay. Fuck. How do I even describe this thing? This tower is huge, to say the least. It is nearly 600, 700 feet tall from what you can roughly guess is your estimate, just looking at your altimeter? Altimeter? Altimeter, thank you, Mr. Flyboy. So when you start circling this thing, you're like, oh, cool, this is actually sick as hell. And then you realize that, oh, there's like this weird mirage thing that surrounds this tower. And as you get closer and closer, I'm gonna need the best goddamn deck save of your fucking life. As a lightning bolt generates from this field of mirage and shoots straight towards you.
Oh, this is like a Hephaestus tower. Deck save,
you know? What do you know? Yeah, give me a deck save.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good. You're gonna suffer half of this damage to your airship. Can you make a resource tracker for yourself?
Yeah.
Can you go ahead and put 2 on that tracker?
Okay.
You can call it ship HP if you want.
All right.
It doesn't mean hit points. It means hull points, but...
Hull points.
You know, John's a piece of shit, so...
Wait. You're rolling more than one dice, and I only have 2 hull points. 6, I don't like how this is going.
Hull or hole?
I would assume there's some sort of
10
transformation.
We have 2 holes.
Alrighty. Man, remember that seagull that died in the Discovery team?
Remember the seagull I watched die earlier this week?
Oh, that's a bad start. That's a really bad start. What is going on? Roll better, John. Alright.
Let's go!
If it crashes, we have to explore the tower.
Well,
very true. Alright, there's the first set of 10d6. So 7, 8, 10, 20, 27, 28. So can someone type in 28 real quick? Oh, there's the good dice rolls. Ooh. Alrighty, so 28, 29, 30, 34, 38, 42, 45, 50, 62, 67 points of damage halved is 34?
33.
33 if you round down.
33, your airship's made of metal. Does that mean it gets a saving throw against lightning?
It means it's conductive.
True. Go ahead and subtract a hull point as you begin to falter in the sky, Coraline. Pulling heavily to one side as your ship seizes, the machinery stops working, and you're more or less piloting with, like, a rudder that controls, like, the air direction and just the balloon itself. Your engines are kind of dead right now, but you're hovering in the air.
Through the cockpit door, you hear, "Damn it, Schmitty!"
Can someone roll me a 1d8 to see what direction your airship is going?
Okay.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, you're heading southwest, as we like to call it here, or galactic bottom left.
Galactic.
Oh, fuck. That's an even older meme, guys. I don't know if you remember that one. So, Coraline, you're losing altitude. Your engines aren't working. Your balloon is fine, because otherwise you'd be falling directly into the ground right now. And the only thing you can kind of control is, like, the spin of which you are going. The wind is pushing you. Let's find out wind direction real quick. We'll just use that other D8. A 2 from the cooler Rogel. So 1, 2. So there's this kind of headwind, and you're going the complete opposite direction of that. So you're now spinning either right or left, I guess. What direction do you want to head towards here, Chief?
Consider banging on the door, like, "Hey, what's going on?"
It's a tower attacked us. We should probably kill it. I'm going to land now, and I will look for a place that we could land.
Give me a perception check at advantage, because Antoine? Or do you
the
want
side of the
Antoine to
tower
do
looks
his
nice.
own?
23.
A 23. Oh, you crit. Wow, good job. You can indeed find some place to land. I just have to randomize it on the grid now. Alright. Okay, it's going to be close to the airship. And then from this point... Oh. Can someone make a point on this square? I need to... Well, I'll just hold my left hand.
I made a dot.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so it's more north, around here. This is where your landing zone will be. Someone can mark this with a red or a green or a blue or something.
Oh, wait. I have the perfect marker.
Cool.
What the fuck?
Beautiful.
Wait. No, it's not there yet.
I'm gonna need a captaincy check.
Aw, I hate those.
It's gonna be a D6 roll. You are alone in this crew. Good one. Just roll a D6 for me. Let's just see that real quick.
Is high good or bad?
High is very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though you are not a professional flyer just yet, you did your training missions for sure, but you don't really get the title of, like, veteran pilot until you go into combat with a fucking machine and become an airship.
She just
Counts?
did.
This does not count. What? Well, I mean, you're doing pretty good. You're on your way there to being a veteran for sure.
Orlean would count it.
That's fine. What do you say to your people as you try to slow your fall and not crash immediately and hard?
This is your captain speaking. We are about to come in for a little bit of a hard landing. Please make sure your tray tables and frog baggage are stowed for the landing.
Should we open the cargo door?
Why
so
are you
get rid of some of the
trolling
weight?
Sever again? Jeez.
Because if the yes, I heard that. Because if the hull breaks, the sun will hit the frog. So he should be in his garbage can.
I take off the thing. I get in the trash can.
You have a trash
Start opening
can.
the cargo bay door as my captain instructed.
Terry doesn't even like believe that there's anything really wrong. This is just Coraline trolling.
Well, the floor is at about this angle right now.
Yeah. Things that are not properly stowed are getting completely thrown about the cabin. Even with the 6, you are going to be hitting the top of canopies on the very bottom of your craft. Luckily, it is made out of metal on the exterior, but wood on the interior. So there is some space for you guys to, like, take damage. Terry, do you believe that everything's fine still and she's just doing a little bit of trolling?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Like, she's coming in for a hard landing, but just because Sever said to be easier on the landings before. That's the only reason.
Yeah, she's
Sure.
taking directions from Sever.
Sever, what's going through your mind right now as your life is completely in the hands of Coraline, who is known to crash airships?
Wondering if the flaming wreckage of the ship will shield me from the sun, and that my crash will not be that bad. But also, he just got Coraline back. I'm gonna have to talk to the tyrant about how we lost everyone in the political team. Oh man.
Very true. That would be
Angela's
quite a
next.
shame. You know, you hear news that the Eucharist team may need some help here. Anyway, you land, we'll call it, not crash completely as you harpoon the ground with one, hit another tree with the other, and sort of come to this very low altitude spinning stop where you kind of maintain yourself about 40 feet off the ground. And as you guys come to a stop, why don't we take our first break here? When we come back, we'll see how you guys are going to get out of this little predicament you're in.
Oh, we go in the tower.
We'll be right back.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Who doesn't want to go in the tower? Let's be real.
Well, obviously, anti-air means that's where the leeches are coming from.
Yep.
That's what
we'll
I'm
be
thinking.
right
we were
back.
told.
Hello, everybody. We are back with a Shadow finally here to join us. Hello, Shadow.
Oh, hello.
As we lose track of Sever's like half of his face. You're good. Okay. Shadow, you said you were, I see you shitposting in my chat, so.
Yes.
I'm assuming you're caught up.
Yep, I'm caught up.
Alright, Corley, you come to a stop. Getting enough drag and sort of just bobbing up with the wind as you...
Get out here.
What the fuck?
Allie.
Sorry.
Brian may not live to see tomorrow. Okay.
Well, my dogs are coming in to say hi. That's all. It's all good.
Those are good dogs.
They're mauling him.
Chocolate Lab?
Yep, 2 of them.
Oh my god.
3-year-old and a 16-year-old.
Oh, he's an old grandpa.
True.
Or they, or she, maybe.
I don't know if you can see her. She's laying on the floor.
I can see sort of her. It's very cute.
Okay. We get it. Dogs are cool. I understand.
John, what's up?
Everyone,
right?
Yeah, you're still above the treetop. These big ass pine trees don't go up that high. You're not at the giant pine trees yet in the sea of trees, but you're close to it. You are here in the distant heights. The tower is roughly 3 to 4 miles away from you after shooting you out of the sky. You carried on with just your momentum and your regular speed and rudder. And now you have come to a stop, going from 500 feet altitude to 440. No time at all. Everyone takes a breath. Antoine stares at Coraline. Sever is still within the compartment.
The bay door is now open.
The bay doors are open.
Don't look at me like that, Antoine. It wasn't my fault. It was the tower.
Okay.
Wait, what happened out there?
The tower, it shot lightning at us. I think this might be the Leech's headquarters.
Well, then we probably ought to go check it out.
We should probably fix the ship first.
I agree.
We can find material in there to do it.
Shuts the bay doors.
You hit
Before the trash can flies out.
I was ordered by the captain to do so.
You did a fantastic job, Finn. But I think we have stabilized, so I'm going to shut the door.
You weren't supposed to open the door, just to stow the luggage.
That's what I thought I was doing.
You see a good place to land, Corley.
She is at the best part to land
We're standing in it.
So we're still 40 feet off the ground. Basically, we need to...
Yeah, whatever mechanism that reels you closer to the ground is currently inactive. The harpoon's launched because that's like a mechanical, either pneumatic cannon or some other thing. But whatever winching system is inside the vessel itself and its machinery is not operating correctly. To get any lower, someone would literally have to go out and start pulling the airship down. Which I'm unsure... Well, maybe Sever could do it with just his massive weight. He could act as like a weird 450-pound...
Move to one side of the cabin and then to the other. And then...
Yeah, Sever would probably be better on the airship to weigh it down while we pull it down.
Well, he's already on the airship.
That's it.
So, what's the plan, guys? Are we going to find a way to secure the airship and then go explore this tower? Or do we want to try to make some repairs? Are we able to make repairs?
How about you go to the ground? I'll take a look at the engine. I have a manual for this somewhere. Where was it?
Why don't you take Terry with you to look at the engine? He's had a little bit of training in some similar stuff. He might be able to pick something up.
Did you check the glove box?
That's where I put my gloves. No, it's in the manual box. I just can't remember where the manual box is.
Do you have an extra pair of gloves? I could use them. You know, I forgot to bring my work gloves with me.
All this happens. Thatch will grab some rope from the stores, I know that
Okay.
Sever has some. And I'll go. Is there any place where I could secure myself and maybe like maneuver around the ship a little bit so I can look at the damage?
So, although the interior is made of wood, there are bits of metals that are, I don't want to call them handlebars, but there are like hooks that you could like latch a hook to and then potentially rappel down or outward. Do you have like a climber's harness?
I don't think I still have the climber's kit on me. I think I took that off my sheet. We had it at one point.
I just got rid of the pittons and
Okay,
stuff.
well, you wouldn't be able to stop your descent other than just using your hands and physical strength. Those harness kits do have a way of like tying yourself off so that you just stop sliding. But,
Right.
I mean, you can still rappel downwards, or I guess
I
fall with
think
the
I would-
rope.
Is there a spot where Anshua can come with me and at least get a view of what I'm doing? That way he can throw a feather fall at me if I slip.
Yeah, I mean, you can just open the bay door, right?
All right. Yep. I'll open the bay door and use some rope to tie myself off.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm looking at Antoine's spells list. I was going to say, like, doesn't he have, like, flying spells? And it turns out he does not have fly.
No.
And he does not have levitate prepared. So,
We've got a wind elemental.
yeah.
I mean, I'm secure in my knowledge that if I fall 40 feet, I'm not going to die. So
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and take a look. I want to try to get myself anywhere around the outside, try to get an idea of what kind of damage we took. And I'm going to make sure the radio is on me so I can radio back to everybody else.
Okay. So, just for positioning's sake, you guys are more or less in a rectangular box. The bottom of the box, or the very back of it, comes all the way down and out, so large bay door. But there are also two just medium humanoid-sized, like, portals that can also be, like, thrown open and, like, look left and right. So you could
The
quite
ship
literally just
The ship is
depressure.
listing. The ship is listing to one side. Is that right?
Not at the moment. There are two harpoons that are sort of stabilizing everything. It's going to, for sure. But I'm not gonna repeat that every single time somebody takes like a step narratively.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're all going to like calculate for this and be like, okay, let's not all move to one side super suddenly.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to get a gauge of if the damage is on one side or the other. Like, if the whole ship is listing to the right, I figured we probably took a hit on the right side. Maybe I'm misinterpreting from my ability to listen to what was going on as I was
I
driving
don't
back.
think we ever actually did what
No one
side
did a like damage check here. But you're not
Okay.
you're going to be listing solely because you are in like a hovering balloon and there are 6 people in here. So when like 2 people are on the left and one person suddenly goes to the left, the ship is obviously
Now-
going to start tilting.
Now I've got you.
Okay.
Right, I'll ask Fen to try to wheel Sever to the opposite side of the ship. as
Well,
I
he's in
come
the
out
dead
one side.
center. He's probably balancing everything right now for you
Okay.
guys.
Then I'll ask Fen to walk to the other side while I go out. It'll make the ship list, but I'm gonna secure a rope, move out, and try to check the damage.
Yeah, sure. I go to the co-pilot seat and I pull up the PA system and I just start playing my harmonica into it.
Does that mean you're partly
Morale.
inspiring me?
Okay.
Yeah, bardic inspiration. That's what we'll call it.
Oh my god.
I forgot
Oh
I
my
can do that.
gosh. Oh my god.
Here we go. Alrighty.
How do I even do this stuff? I've
Oh,
never been
God.
bard before.
Suddenly,
yeah,
you're a
use
level
it.
8 bard.
Yeah, I use it.
You give a D8 to somebody for ability
Alright.
check.
Is this for ability checks?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Or saves, potentially.
Is he one of the special subclasses that does something with his bardic inspiration?
I'm checking. Yeah, when a creature adds one of my when they use my bardic inspiration and if they fail, they get to keep it.
Okay, until it's a success.
Yeah.
Alright, understood. Okay,
Or I could do
Thatch,
unsettling words
rather
like
than getting the
subtract.
man who can quite literally fly in this moment to do a status check, you volunteer yourself, throw open the left hatch, you look left, you look right. Are you literally wanting to clamber outside of this airship and, like, Well, what's your process here, Thatch?
Thatch has been on airships before. He's going to go check vital stuff. I'm going to look at the rudder. I'm going to look at the hull to see if there's any hull damage. I'm going to look at anything that controls like wind dynamics. Like if there's something that's pulled to help the ship turn one way or the other that's not the rudder, I'm going to look for damage from the lightning bolt. And yeah,
Okay.
I should have had Terry do it, but it's too late for that now. I've already started, so I'm going to go check it out.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to make you roll a dice here. Eventually, you will find on your left is aft, I believe? Or is left port?
Left is, aft is behind.
Aft is the back side of the ship. Forward is the front. Port is left. Starboard is right.
Starboard, thank you. I'm forgetting all my terminologies. So on
Yeah,
your
always
port
remember-
side...
Port and left have the same number of letters.
Yep.
That's what I was about to say.
On your port side, you stick your head out the window, and you're like, oh! So you see this massive scorch mark that's maybe like 12-foot radius of just charred metal that has like oxidized and like partially bubbled and just like splattered out before hypercooling. That is just like penetrating straight to like the wooden interior that I either Fen or Terry would have been quite close to. It clearly did not make it all the way through or ignite the wood that sort of furnishes the interior. But you're like, oh, that probably did it.
Yep, but taking a look at that, then that's good news. It doesn't seem like any of the ship's systems are damaged. It just seems like we've taken a big hit. We've got a potential weak spot in our hull.
True.
Well, systems
Alright.
aren't operating.
It's supposed to work. You see, you put the switch up, and the thing is supposed to turn on.
Corlin, I don't think this thing has a manual. It's a one-of-a-kind machine.
Fen's still playing over the PA.
What song
Let's
do you
just
play?
go look at the engine. You've seen one airship engine, you've seen them all, of course.
Sure, as I've literally never seen an airship engine in my life.
The last one I saw was a big fireplace. I assume Corlin had some sort of training on this thing for emergencies,
Yeah.
but so yeah, Corlin will go to the engine compartment.
It's
engine
going to
drawer.
be on the exterior. So in theory, you would land a craft and then open up like the metal casing protecting it, and from there you would like start fucking with it, rather than going inside or like crawling through a wooden crawl space and potentially getting yourself super hurt or trapped.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Corlin, I can go fly and take a look at this thing. Do you have your radio?
Yes, of course.
Maybe you can walk me through what I need to do that's different than...
Yes, I do. All right. Look for this big metal thing. It's got a wood engine on it. You have to undo the thing and take it off.
Okay, I really don't want to roleplay the entirety of the engine repair, because John doesn't know much about engines.
Oh, I can help.
Keep talking and no one explodes.
That's
I
fine.
know a lot about aircraft engines.
I don't know why I was getting called just there, but I may have to check on that if I get called again.
Yeah, we'll do our best, and I guess Corlin will be in the cockpit turning it on and off to try to keep getting it started while Terry's
Yeah.
looking at the mechanical part.
Okay.
Right, Alden? That's what you do with helicopters? Like a computer, you turn them on and off until it works?
Actually, yeah, that's how I troubleshoot most things. If something doesn't work the first time, you turn it off,
Okay.
put it back to where it was before, and then you turn it back on, and it usually works.
I need a mechanics roll from Terry. You have vehicle proficiency, but not airship proficiency. So I guess give me a intelligence check?
Can I get proficiency for my help from Corlin?
You could get advantage.
Okay, so you just want a straight intelligence check then?
Alternatively, you could literally carry Coraline out there or give her your flying shoes. They're not
Never.
attunement, but...
A bardic, right? So
I think only Thatch is bardically inspired.
True.
You definitely can locate the engine, but you're not sure what's wrong with it, Terry. The parts are maybe all there? You'd have to dig around, and trying to explain things to Coraline is just going to get you more and more confused.
All right. I think the lightning bolt stole the lightning from our engine, so it's not igniting. I think that's what happened, but I'm not sure.
You hear over the PA, check the imps!
What?
Yes, check the imps.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm just gonna like fly back in and be like, I don't know. The things you guys are talking about, they don't even make any sense to me.
You know, the imps, they're in the engines. They do the impulsive stuff to impulse us around. I wasn't really listening that day, okay? I was just so happy to get to fly.
All right. Hold on. I'll just like start taking off my shoes and just be like, here, put these on.
Are they attunement?
I don't know. Are they, John? You tell me.
They should be, if they can make you fucking fly.
Didn't you just say that they weren't? I don't know. I'm so confused.
No.
They're
not?
You should take them off. No, you said it. I'll take a look real quick.
Yeah, it's somewhere.
Coraline, just to reattach your puppet strings.
I thought I said they should be, but I could be wrong. What? They're based off the winged boots from the DMG. If you have that...
I think those are attunement.
Okay, then...
Requires attunement, yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, then I don't start taking off my shoes because John just trolled me.
I did not troll you. You were gaslighting me or misheard me while everyone was talking.
No,
When
you
he-
literally said you should take them off and give them to Coraline. You're trying to gaslight us now. Anyway, can't take them
But
off.
if they weren't attunement, calm down. Check the VOD,
When-
fuckers.
Mhm.
When he flies, are there little wings that make him fly on the boots?
No,
Or
I
like
literally
some other
just
visual?
walk.
Yeah,
I
just
No,
like
he-
walk.
Hermes.
He quite literally just walks on air.
Okay, so there's no real way to tell it's the boots doing it, rather than his own ability.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, what I might be able to do is, if you give me enough time, I can take off my armor, and then I can take you out there, carry you out there, so you can get a better look about what's going on. Probably can't really do too much mechanicking from that point,
John,
but
I throw a potion of spider climb at them and say, just walk on it.
That would solve all your problems right there.
Mhm.
All right. Glug, glug, glug.
Okay. You are now concentrating on the spell Spider Climb.
Okay.
You can quite literally just walk on flat surfaces, so hop to, Coraline.
Yeah, I'll go. It lasts an hour, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I'll go straight to the engine, check it out, poke it around with my tools, and
Yeah. Give me a intelligence check with proficiency if you have one.
no, I just have thieves' tools, navigators' tools, and aerial vehicles.
No, I'm literally roll an intelligence check that you have proficiency with.
Oh, okay.
This
So
will replace your
investigation.
bullshit.
Not feeling very inspired, Finn.
Huh? Oh, okay. Give me 1 second.
Too late.
Coraline, maybe it's just cause that, like, most of your training was around what to do when you get shot out of the sky by, like, an RPG, more so than a lightning bolt from a magical tower, but you're unsure exactly what's going on here. Eventually, with enough time, you will figure out how to, like, get your turbines started, as it were. But it's going to take some time that we may have to abstract. And during that time, the players, the rest of you, all have just things you can be doing.
Just
Wait,
to
the
let you
players
know,
or the characters, John?
the player
Because, you know,
characters, I mean. Fuck off.
just real quick. When I realize it's going to take a long time, I'm going to go grab one of those ropes and tie myself to the engine, so when the spider climb ends, I won't fall all the way down.
Okay.
Who is flying when Coraline's out there? Like the
No one.
No
Okay.
one. It's just floating right now.
We're floating in the air.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
Coraline wasn't.
How's
really
it going,
flying at this
Sever, in
point
your
either,
trash
so-
can?
Severus thought that it's been way too long since something dangerous happened, so it's just like, I hope we're at least far enough away where we don't get hit by the tower again. Just like as a thought. So,
Reminding the DM that he could hit us
John.
again.
John.
You're not close enough. What?
Oh, okay. Nothing.
What?
Alright, we're good. We're good. We're chilling.
Alrighty.
I mean, because Sever can't go outside. I can
How-
solve all these problems.
Auspicious.
All right. So what we do is the four of us we go investigate this tower that will take multiple sessions to do, and leave these two behind.
I mean, if you guys want to donk about and not talk to each other and just wait until Coraline has anything new to speak of, we can do that.
Yeah, I'm just playing the harmonica on the PA until something happens.
Okay.
I think I would find a position where I could scout around either by moving back and forth from two different sides of the ship or from the front cockpit, just to see if anything starts approaching us.
Okay.
At a certain point, I pull up the radio and I start playing it through that too, so they get the echo.
You're just doing a little trolling, aren't you, this time?
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and fly out of the airship down to the ground and unplug my radio.
Cool.
I don't know what else to do.
I was just gonna roll some dice. Don't worry about it.
It'll be fine.
Wow, you guys are gonna be fine. Fucking okay. Good meme. Around 80 minutes will pass when Coraline figures out that she can indeed get her engine to restart, or figure out how exactly to un-EMP your mechanical devices. It's gonna be really jacked up, but you will be able to limp your airship all the way home if you want.
Spoiler alert, it was by stabbing the engine in the right spot with her dagger.
There you go. The dagger is now embedded within the engine block.
She has lots of them.
Yeah, if you just put it in the particle separator.
Coraline, you are now just sort of dangling, attached to the front of the airship, your spider climbing being long over.
All right, Terry, I'm done here.
He unplugged his radio.
I did unhook my radio.
Terry! Hello? Hello.
You're
Hold
like
on,
40
hold on.
feet above him, just yell.
Yeah, I stick my head out the window. Terry, turn your damn radio back on.
Oh, okay. I'll plug my radio back in.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Terry, I could use a lift.
Oh, okay, I'll go ahead and fly up and get Coraline back around to the entrance to the ship.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
you're in. You can now unwinch yourself. Or you can go down to the ground.
All right, we're ready to go. Question, do we go check out the Leech Tower, or do you want to go back to the town for the nightly raid?
I
We
mean,
still got a lot of time, don't we?
Tower.
Oh, sorry, I didn't say anything.
now that we're
Good
here,
option.
like, it would be a waste, right? If we learned anything, it's never come back with nothing, right? So if we take a loss like this, we've got to come back with something.
We
That's
might
all
be
I'm
able to
saying.
kill the leeches with what we find in the tower.
At the very least, we're going to gain some information.
All right, I think I'll leave the airship in the air like this. Well, John, is it safe to leave the airship in the air like this?
The worst that can happen is
It floats
the
away.
wind pushes it into a tree.
That's
And
pretty
then
bad.
the balloon pops and it crashes.
We should
Okay,
probably
so it's-
leave it on the ground.
Probably should land it then.
Should
Or
we
just tighten
try
it.
stealth?
So it can't, like, fucking move so hard.
Because what I'm thinking is, like, if it's in the air, there, ground monsters won't get to it.
They
Yeah.
could cut off the things tethering it to the ground, though.
Our spirit beast's that smart.
Mm.
I mean, we could wait till nightfall and have Sever tether it to a whole bunch of trees around us.
I think by nightfall, Sever wants to be back at the town.
I thought we were okay.
In case the tower isn't, Lychee HQ. I'll just land it. Maybe
Yeah,
we can
let's
camouflage
find-
it a
yeah.
little bit.
Let's find a place to land it and explore at least. If we think we can get into the tower, then we can explore the tower and then go back.
Good news. We're already here. Winch, 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 winch.
Okay, so we're landing it on the ground, are we?
Yeah.
Okay. John just needs to take a note of that. Don't worry. Nothing bad can happen while you guys are gone, right?
Of course not.
It's
No.
infested with leeches.
I'll just make sure I yell to Caroline, hey, Caroline, make sure you take the key with you.
Oh, of course. It's on my necklace. It never leaves my person.
Mm-hmm.
She's always like bent down like this when she's driving with the key in the ignition.
That's why she's
God.
driving
wait.
so awfully.
It's an adjustable long neck.
Shit.
A lanyard.
What's wrong, Thatch?
I just had a brainstorm. I have to look at something, but it's probably too metagamey.
Okay.
Antoine doesn't have Arcane Lock, does he?
No, he does not.
Of course
Never
not.
mind.
That was Paradigm.
Yeah, he sure did.
Damn it.
Because of...
Because of Coraline, exactly.
Exclusively because of Coraline.
No, it wasn't because of Coraline, was it? Was it because
It was
of
Helga.
Rembrandt?
Box.
Was it Rembrandt?
Helga and Rembrandt, yeah.
Oh wait, was it?
No,
That
wasn't
you try to
Aurelia
steal
and Rembrandt?
the Manticore doll
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Aurelia and Rembrandt, back in the day.
back in the good old days.
When everyone was
You
alive.
rope yourselves down to the ground. The airship comes to a stop and anchors. You turn off the ship engine so that you can save on some fuel and can wheel your trash can vampire out into the daytime forest.
Still riding it.
Okay. It's going to be a very bumpy road. If Fen is also on it, he will definitely get ass pain from this, but something's telling me he already has it.
I'm sorry, what?
Huh? You guys are moving straight. I'm sorry. That was a little meme. So you guys landed like 5 to 8 miles away from this fucking tower. This is going to be quite a hike.
I swear you said like 3 miles before.
Well, from here it was 3 miles,
change.
and then we got moved to here, okay? Terry, I
Fine.
need you to keep the fuck up with me, alright? I'm tired of backtracking. Oh, anyway.
At least we have a good landmark that we can't miss.
It's true. There is a massive tower that is sticking out of a canopy that you may easily walk towards. And I believe John just needs to roll a random encounter check to see how many bears you scare. Or if there's something a little bit more sinister stalking after you. Where'd my d10s go? Alright, Blue, you're my 10s. Ooh, 50. 52. I think it's just going to be wild animals, guys. I can check, but...
More megafauna.
No, megafauna is like 70 to 80. Yeah, I think it's just going to be wild animals that you scare off, like brown bears that are like, "Arr!" And then, you know, Thatch with his shotgun knees will just scare them away intrinsically. No bear meat tonight, unfortunately, but you will make it to this massive fuck huge... and now that you're looking at it, it's actually much smaller, Coraline. How the fuck did you get hit by this?
What? It's Shank?
It's a
Yeah, it
shack.
shrank. It looks like it's only like 150 feet now. Like, at the tallest.
Is it cold here?
No? Well, yeah, actually, it's winter, so yeah. For sure. It is cold here.
I swear it was more like 700 feet. We were at eye level when we passed by.
Maybe it gets smaller after the stuff shoots out of it.
It's like forced perspective, like Disneyland.
Antua. Is this some sort of illusion? Is the tower actually huge? Are we looking at something that's not there now?
How dare you make me roleplay as Temmer?
Mm-hmm.
He's the illusionist. Sort of.
He's not trained in Arcana. Oh, that's a natural 19, though. He's like, no shit. Duh. Did you learn nothing from Joge?
But what is the illusion? Is the tower humongous and we're looking at a fake small tower? Or is the tower small and we're looking at a illusion of it being huge when we're in the
He
sky?
shakes his head, seeing that there's no point of explaining this to you at all, and just walks towards the tower.
Right, I'll follow.
One thing you will notice is that trees, birds, foliage, whatever, sort of just scatters or is littered around like a 30 to 60. No, I think it is 60. I'm trying to remember correctly. Yeah, it's a 60-foot radial line, basically, of things that are just singed and seared. There's a tree that borders right up against this mirage-like field that up to 30 feet is normal, and anything beyond 30 feet is completely singed off as if it has been set on fire. So part of these trees are quite literally just missing like half of their pine needles.
Note to self, do not be higher than 30 feet.
Dunk, dunk, dunk. Sever, can you look for tracks from in there?
Not very well. I'll probably do it like, I don't know, disadvantage or something.
Do you have an eye
Disadvantageous.
creature?
I don't even think I will give you that check. You are quite literally in a
I'm
trash
just
can.
looking at the bottom right here. I can see my tracks. I can see your tracks. You have really big feet. I think those... Well, Fenn isn't leaving any tracks at all. Could be anywhere.
I start playing the harmonica.
I mean, I look around. Does it look like the ground has been disturbed by animals or anybody or anything? Or does it just look like it's pristine grass and forest?
It's mostly dirt. It's not too heavy in terms of like ground foliage. Most of just pine trees and canopy block the sun for small plants. There are weeds growing because weeds are super invasive and don't give a shit where they are. But there's nothing unnatural here. It's not like you see a leech carcass or monster thing.
Right. When we fought leeches in the past, do they kind of lurch on the ground, or do they walk on 2 feet?
They...
Do they walk
Depends.
on 2 feet?
Well, some did have legs, is the thing. So
We only fought one of those, though. The other ones we fought in Blinding Lights were all just literal leeches.
yeah.
Okay, so if a bunch of leeches move through this area, we would see obvious signs of like drag disturbance on the ground. I think. Sam, I mean, Sarah can't find any tracks, but I don't think there's any leeches that have come through here, guys. Do we want to go check out this tower?
Yeah, we could probably take the electricity for ourselves.
At least,
Imagine blowing up a horde of
Yeah,
the leeches
imagine
with
having
this.
a radius of electricity that just
gosh.
kills leeches.
that's how we fight the angels and the paladins on the Pegasus.
Yeah, we kill them.
with a ginormous friggin' lightning bolt.
Think it would
Imagine
fit.
mounting that on the airship.
Yeah.
If we could bait them here, oh my god.
All we have to do is fly into them.
The Thatch will begin circling the tower, staying outside of the radius of what looks like a mirage, and see if I can see any entrance or any area that looks different.
Is there
Yes.
a door?
So you guys came from the southwest, which means however long it takes Thatch to circumnavigate to the direct south is where you will find the entranceway. It is two heavy wooden doors with those big metal hand rings on them. They are quite huge. They go about 20 feet up into the archway itself before it returns to being stone. Fuck you, Coralie. I see you smirking over there.
I didn't say anything.
I know, but go fuck yourself.
I was just worried that the door would be locked.
There's There's no writing around the door. I mean, I can't see, but there's like no writing around the door or.
Now that you can see, Sever. Especially you.
Okay, cool.
I look back and say, now or never. The longer we sit here and debate about it, the longer it is till we get back to our airship.
I try and stick my hand through the mirage field.
You stick your hand through it. It
I
feels
walk through.
wobbly. You walk through it. You feel heavily oxidized as you step through. As if you just kind of got a... Walk
Rusty.
through like a static field, almost.
Mm.
Gives you the
My tongue feels
giblies.
fuzzy. I go over to radio. You coming?
I am right behind him.
Would
You've
this
been
be a good-
ionized. Let's go.
Would this be a good time to maybe ask your little shadowy friend?
He's
Ask
busy.
him what? Ask him what?
Mhm.
Tell him we found this and that it's here. He's going to either
Maybe.
tell us to fuck off and go back to our job, or he's going to say, great, come tell me when you have something useful. Don't waste my time.
Fair enough.
Damn, Coraline, things have changed between, like, the party dynamic with you and Shade. Are you comfortable with that?
Shade never talks to me.
It's true.
Shade actively ignored her.
This is true.
Let's go. Sever pedals through.
Yeah. Sever, you're just like, you would probably have it the worst just being surrounded in metal, of just constantly being, like, electrically shocked, or, like, static shocked, where it's like,
He's inside a Faraday cage, but the pulse is going inside of it, not outside.
Exactly.
Move up to the door.
Yeah. It sizzles to everyone. People with, like, long beard hair, or just long hair in general, parts of it just sometimes catch on fire, which you quickly put out. You were clearly walking through some sort of static field, if it was not clear or apparent yet. You make it to the doors, Fen, the leader of your group, apparently.
Well, he's the guinea pig of the group.
Yeah.
What do you do, Fen?
Alright, Fen, try to open the door.
Yeah, I push on the door, I knock.
You knock first, or do you push it open?
I knock.
You knock.
Yeah.
And as you start knocking with the big metal ring that is like 7 feet off the ground, so someone has to help you.
I'll boost him.
You boost
I'm
him up.
standing on the trash can.
It just caves in. You knock, and slowly, quite creepily, it creaks to around halfway open. So
you
that
just
a
gotta be polite to the door.
5-foot person, someone inhabiting a 5-foot square, could easily walk in.
I lead the
Yeah,
way.
go in.
Oh, Thatch is now leading.
Yeah.
All
We're
right.
going in. I'm going in the front. Let's go.
Let me look at some things. Oh, John didn't think you'd get here so soon. Oh, big surprise!
You gave us an airship.
Dragons!
I gave you lots of freedom.
Dragon,
But
bronze dragon, bronze dragon.
I mean, you gave us an airship, and you expected us not to go see the big ass tower off in the
Fuck off,
corner.
tower in the distance of the
You
map. Hell
expected
yeah.
JC not to go to the big tower?
Now, if Antoine was the pilot, maybe we wouldn't have gone.
Especially when you knew that I wasn't there for the first part of the session. You knew something was going to happen. This is the biggest thing on the map.
John has to check something.
Although, to be
Where
honest, if it were
is-
more to the south, I would have gone to the mansion on the hill.
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be a vampire mansion.
Oh,
Sure.
fuck. I know exactly where you are. Alright, well, I now know how to theme this.
Sweet, but our forward base is definitely going to be the remnant of failure. It just fits.
I can't wait to go back to Updraft and see it in fire.
Because we weren't there.
No.
There's no way we're getting back in time.
You know what? If Updraft goes down overnight on the 4th day of attacks, then it wouldn't matter whether we were there or not.
Were they
There's no way
really
we-
an important area within Thorazor?
If they go down, then it's just a downdraft. It's not really a big deal.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
I mean, personally, I think what city? It was on fire when we got here.
Yeah. Overrun by leeches.
Yeah, we were too late. Oh, how unfortunate.
Well, to Destry to get the bounty.
I need a moment. And I can't tell you why.
That's fine.
Hephaestus himself walks up.
So, team, we're going to be in this tower for the rest of the session for sure. Probably for the next one, maybe for one beyond that. But for the viewer or viewers that are watching, what is our plan for the leeches?
For the viewer who's watching.
I mean, obviously the
Bubbles in
leeches
there
aren't
somewhere.
here. You
Right.
know, just
What if
knowing
Ichidan
from
isn't
the
here?
Thursday group that this is a Hephaestus tower.
Absolutely.
The thing is that all of the other groups, like Fresnov's group was looking for stuff in ruins. Lychee Dan could be here looking for something in a Hephaestus tower.
Coraline's old friend, Lychee Dan.
We'll find something here. That's interesting for sure. And then,
Worst case, it's adventure we find.
yep. And then I say we fly back to Updraft and then try to take the boat across the river.
We're
We'll
not
refuel
technically a
first.
part of this war.
Or do you want to keep? I mean, we probably. I don't think we have enough fuel to keep going south and then cut back across.
Look,
Like,
what we
there's
should
some
do is
other
we should
fuel.
go back to Thorazor, get some of that napalm that we used on Destry on that little village, and start just spreading it around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're limping right now in this airship, right? So
Yeah.
we should head back to a muster field and see if we can get someone to properly repair.
With what money?
As you guys argue in the doorway for a moment, John is ready.
Okay.
There we go.
So, you enter this not too grand hallway where you start walking behind, squabbling about each other, like, what are we going to do after this? Already counting this as a win to your books. When, not suddenly, but kind of building up out of nowhere, you all start to hear this, like, whispering choir around you. It is ghostly, it is unsettling, especially to people who have never dealt with anything ectoplasmic, I suppose, we'll say. Something truly ghostly and ghastly. You hear a voice whisper behind each and every one of you. Sever, it is dark in here. You can be out of your trash can if you want to be.
God. Alright, I'm out of the trash can. I can do
Okay.
things.
You push Fen off of it because he's just crumpling the aluminum out.
Paint job. Let's get off. Off. I try
I
and like
key it
buff
with
out
the harmonica.
I try and buff out the dents.
You try. You try so hard.
Use a
But
plunge.
this voice speaks to each and every one of you, and I'm really hoping someone's taking notes and can take them quickly. Those who seek destiny, you have found your place to its homeland. This is a testament to the one who I owe a life to, and the one who took mine. As per his wishes, I have prepared a proper response to uninvited guests. But to those who take their destiny, their moment, in their own hands, press on. But do not say that I did not warn you.
Not gonna lie, guys, this feels like a don't sleep on the haunted tower,
And
haunted
presses on.
bridge situation, but
Mr. Voice, can you repeat that a little slower next time?
There is no response.
yeah, let's go.
Thinking about owing a life to someone who took his.
Harmonica at the ready, I press on.
Tell me what that looks like, Fen. Do you just, like, have it to
here,
your
hold
lips?
Hold on. It
has one.
looks like my death whistle, but as a harmonica, just like with the metal thing that just holds it like right to your face.
Oh, like a little collar
Yeah,
thing?
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Nicely done.
I always
Entrance.
forget that the mic never picks this up.
Okay, you clamber up some steps, Fen, that you soon come across. They are somewhat boxy going upwards. You're pretty sure if a horse had to go through, he'd like want to kill himself. But you're glad you're not a horse.
Yeah, fucking dumbass horses being born horses.
This is like a 20 to 30 foot climb. It is kind of awful, just each section taking like 10 steps all the way until you're at the top. Down here, there is now a new set of double doors that a large creature might fit into. So, 10 set across. I'm assuming Fen is in the lead here, but what's the marching order, guys?
Thatch would try to push Fen behind him. If Fen won't let him, then that's fine. He'll be right behind Fen.
If he wants to be my meat shield, he can.
Okay, so Thatch, Fen...
Just be sure to knock before you open the doors. It's only polite.
Understood.
Can I draw my bow and stand next to Antra?
Okay, where's Coraline and Terry?
Protect the wizard.
Coraline will probably be next to Thatch to kind of keep an eye out for any pitfalls or traps of some kind.
Okay, so is it Coraline, Thatch, Fen, or is it Thatch, Coraline, Fen?
Coraline and Fen are side to side.
Okay.
So it's Thatch, Coraline, Fen, and Antra.
Antra behind Fen.
Where's Terry? Terry should be in the center, right? Because the aura?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll put Sever at the back then.
I'm keeping all my meat shields like in a circle around me.
C8.
Should we have-
affected. Okay.
Shouldn't the Immortal Vampire Frog be far in the front?
Well, don't you know that the most scary threats come from behind?
As Terry breaks out into plague.
You're right there, Nick?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I thought he was laughing at a joke,
I'll,
and I was like,
I'll move up to the
this is a
double
deeply
doors.
layered joke.
I'll move up to the double doors, and as instructed, I will knock.
You knock upon them, Thatch. A note about these two wooden doors. There are some carvings within them. Quite, terrible. Not in terms of, like, artistic style, but what they are depicting is a swirl of violence. There is no other way to truly describe it without seeing it for yourself, but you are just disgruntled and unsettled as you look at this almost insidious door art. You knock upon the metal ring which keeps it closed, and as you stare at these doors, they do indeed begin to open.
See?
Alright, it's light.
Tell everybody to be on your guard.
Is anyone... You are in complete darkness right now. Is anyone unable to see in the dark? You need a light spell.
Yes.
Right. Antua, I think, can create that light spell.
Antoine, I believe, does have light, yes.
Oh, cool. I have dark vision. It's not a horse.
We can have 3 sources active if Antra wants to put it on multiple people.
He can only do one person.
He can
Yeah,
only
light
do one
can only
person.
have one.
What?
Is-
Okay.
Thatch has 3 torches on him and a tinderbox. Would anybody like a torch?
Ain't nobody got hands for that.
Got a bow.
True.
I mean, Antua probably does, to be honest.
Yeah, he
Antua
does.
can probably hold a torch and cast light on either me or Terry.
Aren't there
Probably,
flashlights in this
should
world?
cast it on me because I'm in the front. And then
Probably should cast it on me because I'm the one that can't see.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that's a good, better point.
All right, so we'll cast light on Terry's shield, maybe?
Sure. Okay.
And then I'll go ahead and take a torch down and light it with my tinderbox and hand it to Antua. So we have a couple sources of light. And then
Antoine
I
sneers
will-
at you. He does not take a torch. He must use both his hands to cast spells.
Interesting.
I will hand it to Fen.
I can see.
I know, but this is for Terry.
I hand it to Terry.
Terry, you have a source of light and a torch.
Motherfucker.
You now have 2 ways to see. Congratulations.
I like this kid.
He said it was for Terry.
Well, Antoine, if you can, the fire elemental, then if you summon an elemental, if it seems like it's appropriate.
Wait, hold on. I start playing the harmonica and I give bardic inspiration to everyone but Antoine.
You only have so many of them, buddy.
Yeah, how many?
Yeah,
Wait,
And they
hold
last
on.
10 minutes.
So you use
yeah, everyone
one.
but me. There's 4 of you guys.
Wait, how?
It lasts 10 minutes.
Last 10 minutes.
Ah, fine. I won't do it.
I mean, we're about to open the door. I'm sorry.
All right, I've lit a torch. I'll leave it in the entrance of the doorway so we can see the door, unless it shuts on us, and I will move forward.
Okay.
Just catch the door
No,
on
this is
fire.
way too
Problem
happy.
solved. It can't shut then.
True.
I think we're trying the polite way of knocking for some reason.
Well, I heard you had an issue with picking locks, so if you just politely open the door, maybe it works more.
Who says that? Who is spreading such slander? Doors are no match for me.
As the door opens, you all look down a dark corridor, which is much better furnished than you'd expect. You basically went from bare, dark rock and cobblestone, completely unfurnished, no wall sconces, nothing, to almost like an ancient keep. There is a carpet that runs down the center of the hallway that has been rolled out. There are statues. There are even... at John Dungeon Master was banned. I got banned? Oh, really? There are windows that are, like, on your, I guess, left-hand side that show off a dark, spooky forest with a starless night sky. It is unsettling as you begin to walk through it, your steps not echoing. You pass portraits that just sort of glower within the light that is being cast on Terry's shield.
The portraits don't resemble anyone we know.
No, they do not. They are distinctly human, pale of skin people wearing ancient style attire.
Cool.
It is somewhat... Ooh, it's just odd. This hallway runs quite far beyond the dimensions that the exterior tower would allow.
Jesus, it's not another illusion hallway. I look for I pick up the rug on the floor and I look for another treadmill.
There is no treadmill here. It is just flagstone.
I continue to push forward then. Does it look like we're moving at least?
Oh yeah, you definitely are moving. The trees outside are also unique. They are not that illusory craft that you are now somewhat familiar with Joj. They're not perfect replicas of each other. It's not the idea of a tree that's being shown to you. It's an actual tree. These long, spooky, leafless, dead branches that seem to just creak against the glass windows.
This place seems pretty real.
It does seem pretty real, Fen. Spookily real. You'll even pass some doors on your right-hand side. If you open these doors, they will lead to small rooms like bedside chambers or parlors that are fully furnished with couches, chases, tables. There's even a liquor cabinet in one of them. Any alcoholics? Alright, Fen immediately steps into the room. Fen! As you step into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Formation.
Yep, sure did.
Thatch probably is like in the front hallway in case something directly comes down. Sever's behind, checking your rear. Fen and Coraline have access to this door. Terry and Antoine would be like right behind them. Fen enters, sees the liquor cabinet. He's like, oh shit. Oh yes.
There's gotta be something good in this place.
Fen, when you step off of the rug and into this room, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Terrible.
Okay. John needs to check a document he pulled up from the other group.
Not that it matters, but probably +4 to that.
No, it doesn't matter. Fen. Okay, that wasn't too bad of a roll. When you... Ooh, camera? Okay. When you step off and you start opening this liquor cabinet to take one of the glass bottles, The wooden frame itself seems to either grow sharper or is not nearly as stable and sturdy as you thought it was. When you grab it just to move it slightly, you immediately feel pain in your hand. And this wood, just sinister splinter, digs into your palm. You quickly pull it out, and you just start to bleed. I need you to subtract 4 hit points, and then I need you to subtract your maximum total hit points by 4.
Awesome.
Please keep track of your original total if something happens to cure it.
Understood. Done.
Okay.
Can I still grab liquor?
You can if you want.
Yeah, I do.
You grab a nice bottle as your hand just bleeds all over it and continues to bleed.
It's marked as mine now.
True.
Maker's
Add
mark.
it to your sheet. It weighs, we'll say, 2 pounds. Heavy, durable
cool.
glass.
I just ask anyone, you want a drink, as there's blood dripping off the bottle?
Are there more bottles in the liquor cabinet?
There are.
Coraline casts Mage Hand to go get one.
Okay, you can grab one too. This can be a nice wine or something. Fen has like this weird brown liquored one.
Yep.
Is this what you want?
Huh, I already have one.
Do you want another? I don't
sure.
really drink. Give it to Fen.
Okay.
Just wanted to show you that you shouldn't touch things in here. It's...
Hey, Brood, I think he's offering you a drink of his blood.
Absolutely not. I lick the blood myself.
Who's Brood?
Yeah.
Sever, damn it.
Anyway. So I was like, I'm not, I mean, blood's okay. It's just not what I need.
So, side rooms, bad, danger. Eyes ahead.
I
And
have a
Thatch will start
feeling.
moving.
I have a feeling this danger will be everywhere.
Then let's at least meet it face to face together.
Yeah.
Okay. Corwin, as you say everywhere, what do you mean by that? Can you describe to me where you're looking specifically?
Right now, she's looking at the portraits, like the eyes, to see if the eyes kind of follow you. You know.
Let's go ahead and give me a. I don't think this is perception. I feel like this is like a survival roll. You can give me a survival check if you want.
All right.
You're in a survival situation, bud.
Terrible. 8.
Oh, an 8. Wow. Okay. Yeah, they're not moving. You're just like, oh, that's kind of creepy. They are all unique. Each portrait is somebody else. And it just sort of falls... It follows a weird, like, pattern, almost, of, like... It's either, like, family portraits with, like, an adult and a child, or then just an adult. There's no, like, pairing here between, like, wife and husband and child or multiple children. It's always, like, adult child, then adult, then similar adult with a different child, back and forth, like that.
Wouldn't happen to be any names of these portraits, would there?
No.
Maybe Bogan?
I mean, you could, not openly, for sure, but most painters hide their signature to, authenticate it where the frame would go. So, like, on a corner edge. You can, in theory, fuck with one of these portraits, Thatch. And if not on the front, then definitely on the back.
No, I think I'd be moving forward. I don't think Thatch would stop to look at the portrait.
Is anyone an art connoisseur here? Does anyone know anything about paintings?
Fen probably.
Money laundering.
Well, yeah, it's money laundering, but like,
Yeah,
is Fen
probably
an
would.
artist?
He's not an artist, but he appreciated it.
Yeah.
He was around fancy people, and that's the only thing they give a damn about.
Can you give me an intelligence-based performance check?
Da, da, da.
Intelligence plus proficiency.
You said performance?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Art is a performance in a way, but it's more like a... Well, it's a craft more so.
So this
than
-1, so 15.
a 15. I think a 15 would... If Fen went to, like, a couple art museums and was... Or, like, even an art class, you can kind of see that most painters have a style. And every single one of these dozens of portraits is of the same hand.
Hmm.
Just a little throwaway, I suppose. But that's what Fen picks up as his hand continues to bleed onto his shirt, onto his clothing, or onto the carpet.
Yeah, I just say, hey, Angela, you want to wrap this for me? I just show him the hole in my hand.
I guess he can do a medicine check real quick.
Didn't we give him the med kit? The guy's healers kit charges? Can you use that
All right.
canonically?
Yeah, you can use that. He pulls out a little bit of bandages for Fen and wraps your hand tightly as your blood begins to seep into the white cloth.
Oh man, I was gonna follow your bloodstains back if we couldn't find the way.
We're on a red carpet.
Fair.
The shadows continue to linger around Terry as his light source continues to illuminate this dark and horrible hallway, which eventually comes to an end. It's not the longest of hallways in the world, but it's strange of how singular it is. Soon you will find a very small step that leads to a much smaller door.
Well, they worked on the other ones.
I knock.
That you knock on the door. This one does not immediately open.
I look at the handle. What does it look like?
I believe this would be a simple bronze or brass handle/locking mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
There is a keyhole as well.
Probably want to find the key. It might stab you.
Mm. Have we passed anything that looks like cabinets or drawers where we might have found a key? Found any other similar objects?
In the hallway, there are statues, portraits. There's one portrait directly next to this door that is of a singular adult, again. Like a younger man in his late 20s, early 30s. Broad build. You passed a total of, I believe it was 4 rooms. There were 2 bedrooms, a parlor, and then one after the parlor you just stopped checking. So
Is it locked?
I will try to open the door.
open the main door.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is stuck. The handle does not budge.
Oh, so it's not locked, it's like jammed. The handle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you
Come
have
on,
any
Satch,
WD-40?
put your back
mean-
into it.
Well, Thatch will pull a crowbar out of his pack and say, "How about I put this into it?"
Let me try something.
Okay.
Here we
And
go.
I whisper, we are taking our destiny in our own hands.
Not what John was hoping for.
Waiting to see if there's a reaction.
There's no reaction. It is
All
quiet
right,
here.
crowbar it up. And I will back away from the door.
Grab Destiny by the balls, Thatch.
I look at the painting. And then I put the crowbar at the edge of the door and I try to wedge open the door.
Yeah, give me a strength check.
Do I get benefits from having this crowbar?
You'll roll twice.
Okay. 21.
That is pretty good. The door is not magically sealed. There's no arcane ward on this that would make it even more difficult. It's somewhat old, almost flimsy, as if it's waiting for somebody to break it open. You're hammer in the crook of the crowbar, pull out immediately. The brass handle drops and thuds. It does not echo or ring as it hits the stone. It does not even bounce. As this breaks down, you look at it, then glance into the room, which is rather dark and foreboding, even to you, who lives his life in grayscale when there is no such thing as light backing up the colors of this grim and grisly world. Summoning Terry to move a little, or move into a better angle so you can actually see what's going on. The light spell catches flagstones and reveals to you a humble chair, a throne, if you will, that sits not on a pedestal nor of a ascent, but just sits kind of menacingly in the dead center of a rather cubic room, we'll say. Behind this chair, this throne with a high back, is a empty portrait that looks down towards you. Just a frame. You are still in the hallway, so I'm not going to give any more information until you describe to me what you're doing.
Will you see the battle map?
No.
Alright, just a chair. A scary chair.
Well,
Just sit on that chair.
well, in due time. I'm more worried about the blank portrait behind it. We passed dozens of portraits in this hallway of singular people, not families, not groups. Every once in a while, a child, followed by an adult. And we were warned there were defenses in here. I'm worried that whoever sits in that chair, if they have not accomplished their goal, becomes another portrait on the wall.
Corlin looks at Sever.
Alright, maybe it's their destiny to be a portrait.
This is true.
Is this empty portrait bigger than the other ones?
But it is farther away from you than the ones. I don't know. It's weird for you. Terry, you might not actually be able to see it.
I can't see.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I think we'll go in the room.
Do you go in the room?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're all going to go in the room.
Dare you enter my mystical realm?
Of course.
Okay.
What use is a room except to go in?
So the first thing you'll notice is that, other than the chair in the dead center of the room, with the portrait directly behind it, my pen is dying. I really wish this was not dying right now, because I don't think I have a backup one, which means I'm not going to be able to take notes.
You're just writing blood.
Pick a backup pen. Here.
Oh, thank you.
Mm.
The fuck was that noise? Did you guys hear that?
It's played a couple times.
I'd send the music. It's been going off while you've been talking. It's great.
Thank you.
Love it.
I love how discordant it is.
Chords.
Spooky, spooky.
Sounds like kids screaming or something.
Okay, I managed to get more ink out of this one. Chair, portrait. So,
Everything's mimic.
Thatch, Coraline, and Fen enter this chamber first. Terry, you'll get to the door frame with Antoine and Sever as you sort of hold your shield up above your head to just like look into this room properly. Coraline, the first thing you'll notice that on your right, so on the same side of the hallway that were the rooms, is a very small door. Like a servant's entrance, almost. It's less ornate than any of the other ones, with these weird, violent carvings in them. It's rather plain. The next thing you'll notice is that there is a window that is currently draped and heavily covered. on the left side of the room. There's no bed, there's no furnishing, but this is big enough to be like a bedroom. The throne, the high-backed wooden chair, has no cushions at all. But the exterior sides, the arms, the legs, even the back is meticulously carved.
More of the violent imagery that you were talking about before on the doors?
No, these ones are more scenic, I suppose. There's some on the arms themselves. They're like, it comes to like a wolf's head almost, or a dog maybe with a weird shaggy mane. Questionable. The bottoms themselves are clawed and taloned. The four legs being, well, like paws in a way. The back is of a mountain range, with one specific mountain that is surrounded by smaller ones, I suppose. And it takes up the entirety of the back that you're looking at.
Sort of like the pillar of the something that you have on your map?
The
Pillar
world
of
pillar?
authority?
World pillar?
World
World
pillar?
pillar.
Maybe.
It's definitely not here.
John, I was making notes and I missed some small descriptions. I know that there was a small servants-looking door on the right, and what was the next thing you described?
A draped window.
A very draped window. You assume there's a window behind it with how many drapes and curtains are there.
And that's on the left side?
That's
Where we
on
saw
the left
other
side.
windows?
The port.
Behind the throne is a portrait that hangs above a currently empty fireplace.
Oh, not a fireplace.
It's not a hearth, if that makes you feel better.
Oh, is there a difference?
There is.
Okay.
Hearths are more
It does-
open-aired.
They're
It makes
usually
me
in the
feel
center
better.
of the room.
Good. I'm glad you feel better, Coraline.
Antra, can't you light that?
There's nothing in there.
Oh.
Like, no wood, no anything.
So should we look at the window, opens the other door, or sit on the chair?
I say we check the window first.
I will send my mage hand to go open the curtains.
Oh, damn it.
They are too heavy for your hand to move them.
Really?
Really? Wow.
They are more
I
than
say
5
the
pounds.
servant
Yes.
door.
Well, the curtains are a little heavy for my little magic. All right, be ready. Coraline will get close to the curtains and then move to the side.
What's before we get there and jump to the conclusion of your action, what's going through Coraline's mind right now? Let's do a character catch-up moment for just a second.
Oh, that means it's bad.
Coraline, you're walking through the spooky estate. You almost crashed your airship. Things could be going better. Let's be real. Sever's here too, and he's not even in his like trash can to hide his ugly mug from you.
Well, at this point, she's thinking he hopes we find something good to bring back. Otherwise, people might get mad that she damaged the airship on her second trip. Because we haven't heard. Have we heard anything about the Discovery Team's tower escapades?
Yeah, they're logged. If anyone pays attention to after action reports, which the VODs kind of are,
Okay.
you could bring that into like character knowledge too.
Would Coraline read the action reports from other teams?
She was probably bored during her hospital stay. That's when she
Fair.
picked up Castle Power and all manner of other boring things.
Damn it! Why did Paradigm have to die?
Yeah, the young man of the ocean.
Yeah, so at this point, she's just kind of a little bit desperate to find something important to bring back.
Yeah.
But hoping that maybe Sever takes the brunt of the danger here.
Wow.
Don't you rage.
Sorry, Brood.
No.
Coraline, you throw open the blinds and begin to make a half swivel step backwards to get out of any potential glyphs of warding, fireballs, murderous bullshit that you think this magic man can possibly throw at you. You're fairly certain this is a tower of Hephaestus. You more or less have said it maybe out of character to me all night, but Coraline can know this as well. It was kind of like the Discovery team's big shtick. Who, by the way, basically stole your job. Coraline.
Gibby probably bragged about it, finding that key that opens everything.
Yeah, for sure. When you throw open these heavy drapes, each one like being 10 pounds just moving, quite hefty, quite heavy, you wonder briefly, like, why does somebody need such heavy drapes to block a window? And when you look at the glass, you're like, oh, that's cool, there's a moon. And you're like, wait a minute, there's no light coming from that moon. As you, like, blink at this very pale-faced, eyeless, mouthless, noseless creature that immediately breaks through the glass to strangle you to death. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom?
Yes.
Should have let me open the drapes.
I was gonna cast Intellect Fortress too, but then John interrupted me at one point.
It's too late.
Yep.
Coraline, you are briefly surprised and shocked as this thing reaches through the glass. The glass, kind of matrixy, folds around its hand rather than shattering. Its fingers are very long and protruding. It ends with like talon-like nails that come out maybe 3 or 4 inches long, so almost dagger-like. And it just very slowly, very calmly, but strangely quickly, before you can even react, wraps its fingers around your throat. I suppose this is where we would be rolling initiative, guys. But I think that encounter may take a little longer than anybody would like, or that we have time for. So, does anyone want to do a character catch-up to pad out our runtime a little more?
I regret nothing.
Okay. Fen, how's your first adventure going?
Oh, Fenn's loving it.
Just bleeding from the hand non-stop?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sever?
Something about this just is reminding Terry of the vampire arc from Castle Power. And he's just like, who's that lightning girl that the wizard ends up killing himself against at the end? Can't remember.
Sure.
Sever's just glad to be out of the Oscar the Grouch and able to affect anything. So he's chilling. He's good.
Okay.
He's not going to die of this tower, he thinks.
Even if you do, what's the harm? You'd be missed for the rest of eternity?
That's just kind of... Yeah. That's just kind of excited. Because he's heard stories and these after-action reports of these towers that have mystical, magical, and powerful things. Thinks back to his conversation with the hag. Or what I assume was the hag, the witch, about he has a destiny to lead. Maybe this destiny. Of either being an object of destruction or a building block of the future. Maybe there's something here that helps me find that destiny. At the very least, maybe there's something here that gives me more power. Because now my homeland is in direct threat, and I have an actual chance to do something about it.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we're going to have a great time in the Night Haunter's Keep.
By the way, totally right.
We'll be seeing you guys here next week. Have a lovely afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. And as always, don't fucking die.
Yeah, it's so easy.